Should be a good one, y'all. FYF Sports, man. Let's get everybody in here to cook, man. We about to get started here in a minute, man. You know how we do with the countdown. As y'all pull up, make sure y'all share the live. Right? Tell a friend, do whatever you got to do, man. We're going to be cooking today, man. Let's go.
Yeah. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You know it. God, family, money, man. Bossed up, full like money, man. Everybody around me blessed up. Preach at church on Sunday. Make my condo cost 500. Yeah, keep that shit 100. Yeah, got an old school vert that run.
In a minute, y'all. Make sure y'all pull up, man. Share the live. Salute to Plato. I see you pulling up, man. We about to get cooking here in a second, y'all.
Yeah. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You know it. God, family, money, man. Bossed up, full like money, man. Everybody around me blessed up. Preach at church on Sunday. Make my condo cost 500. Yeah, keep that shit 100. Yeah, got an old school vert that run it, man. Know the man with the bird like Stunner, man.
1000% serious, bro.
I'm kicking it, I ain't no punter, man. Slum Brady, young nigga got rings. Doing the thing for nigga with dream. Doing the thing for nigga that trap. Do it for real, nigga, I ain't just rap. Fish, whole lot of strikes on me. Whole lot of ice on me. Riding, whole lot of blow on me. Get caught, get a whole lot of charges on me. Step on the white, murder white. OJ got a whole lot of lawyer with me.
Share the live. We're gonna be cooking today. Go James Kingdom, FYF, man.
Just ask him, nigga. I ain't going back and forth, I'm a blast. Faggot that police tryna harass a nigga. Beam my old from the back, ripping her house. She screaming go faster. Long dog got him catching the holy go like I'm a pastor, nigga. I ain't no actor, nigga. Got no bag and got no swag. And my bitch ain't getting last spot was a mansion, nigga. My dream bitch, she a dancer, nigga. No good weed, do good dope. She ain't in the romance, nigga. We out here taking these chances, nigga. At tip, I ain't getting no advance, nigga. I'm out here looking like the man, nigga. Shit look like you work for the man, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Dope rock. Slum. Yeah. God, family, money, man. Bossed up, full like money, man. Everybody around me blessed up. Preach at church on Sunday, man. My condo cost 500. Yeah, keep that shit 100, man. Got an old school vert that run it, man. Know the man with the bird like Stunner, man. Driven this shit like Gunner, man. I'm kicking it, I ain't no punter, man. Slum Brady, young nigga got rings. Doing the thing for nigga with dream. Doing the thing for nigga that trap. Do it for real, nigga, I ain't just rap. Fish, a whole lot of strikes on me. Whole lot of ice on me. I serve these niggas with the pipe on me. Yamba with like got the dice on me. Ice, the eye look nice on me. Act, still got the white on me. Shit went bad. The rest of the young nigga life on me. We standing on soap, popping these ball. Big meat, the whole damn night on me. Big rat got slapped in tight on me. Muhammad Ali got it fight on me. Flow like a butterfly, spin like a beat. Pull off in the beat, fit till the beat. I be in the hood with the B on the hood. Looking for a nigga, we in the hood. Go Hollywood, kept it G with the hood. Made a living on most of the streets in the hood. Finesse and the blessing, I'm sexy. Bitch, you gon' try to arrest me.
Smash that like. We about to get started, man. We gonna be cooking today.
We made it happen. Yeah, the big block snatching, trunk be slapping. I'm in the shot time, say I'm smack. I'm in the M-Tank, say I'm Mac. Dope boy fashion, bitch, what's hat? God, family, money, man. Bossed up, full like money, man. Everybody around me blessed up. Preach like church on Sunday, man. My condo cost 500, yeah. Keep that shit 100, man. Got an old school vert that running, man. Know the man with the bird like Stunner, man. Driven this shit like Gunner, man. I'm kicking it, I ain't no punter, man. Sloan Brady, young nigga got rings. Doing the thing for the nigga with dream. Doing the thing for the nigga that trap. Do it for real, nigga, I ain't just rap. Fish, a whole lot of strikes on me. Whole lot of ice on me.
FYF Sports, man. Got a good show for y'all today, man. Look, man, we got to wait. Look, I know this is not a typical day that we go live. But, you know, we trying to knock out a few extra lives throughout the week, man. Thursday night, didn't have much else to do, man. Thought we'd cook it up for a couple hours, man. We got Plato in here. He says, Go James Kingdom is going to mute everybody. Nah, we know, look, man, it is what it is, man. We try to let people get their takes off, man. We do our best, man. Salute the traders, man. Salute everybody pulling up, though, man. Right? There's going to be a live where people pull up, man. And, this is a special live, right? Because, I had to, reach out to some strong basketball minds. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the basketball community today. Right? What's poisoning in the minds of all these Jordan fans, man? What is poisoning their minds, man? What is going on with these Jordan fans to where since Michael Jordan retired, it's almost as if time has froze. The world has stopped. Nothing since the 90s has been great. The game of basketball is soft. None of these players can come close to so-called touching Michael Jordan, according to Jordan fans. Like, what's going on? I think we figured out a diagnosis for it, man. I think, because the one thing I didn't know, because with the help of ChatGPT and psychology.org, all I had to do was type the symptoms in. Right? So for all of you guys, man, I didn't even know you can add the psychology.org plugin to ChatGPT. And now it has access to a database of a whole bunch of psychological disorders and diagnoses. And it's all actually supported by past cases. And so what you see on the screen here is what I was able to gather from psychology.org. Once I gave the symptoms of a lot of what these Jordan fans are showcasing, especially on TikTok, man, it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. Salute to the people in the chat, man. Look, and I'm going to be dropping some more uploads, y'all. More uploads are going to be coming, man. So salute to everybody. We got more uploads coming, man. Appreciate everybody that's been watching my uploads, been commenting, sharing your thoughts. I try with my video uploads. I try to give takes that are a little bit different. I try to give you content that you typically don't see from other content creators. And I know there's been a question. I know Sports Fluent actually attempted to do a reaction to one of my uploads. And one of his complaints was, FYF, you don't allow people to I don't know what it is you do on TikTok where people can easily react to your content or something like that. I don't know what it's called. At the end of the day, all that stuff is off. I don't control those features. I just know that they're off. And I actually rather have it that way. I'm not going to do anything to my content that's going to allow low effort reactions. If you're going to react to my content, do it in a high effort manner. That means actually go create content. So for all the people that just want to click a button and put my video on a green screen and talk over it with these low effort content, I'm sorry, those features are off. Go actually do real content. I know a lot of people had something to say about my ChatGPT top 10 video. Look, it is what it is. There was a lot of people wanted to know what prompt I use. I didn't use a prompt. I just got the list from Fadeaway World, from whatever prompt they use. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Salute to the Cam Fam Adventure. Salute to DFJ Hoops, man. Salute. Appreciate you, man. I'm just waiting on A Johnny to get in here. A Johnny should be in here soon. So we should be good, man. We should be good. Once A Johnny's in here, I'm waiting on. Actually, let me shoot him a quick text now because he should be in here any minute now. Because I'm not trying to dive too deep into this until he pulls up. He says, Dreamers Pro is all of a sudden a Laker fan again. Yeah, all these fake pretend Laker fans. See, you know, the funniest thing about the Lakers, Max, is remember before the season started and I was talking to King Speech Row and I was basically saying, look, I know y'all got all these gripes about my takes, but I said, at least I got the balls to have a take. I said, look, when I look at this Laker roster, when I see DeAndre Ayton, when I see a DeAndre Ayton that's playing for a contract, right? We saw what he did with Phoenix and helping Phoenix get to the NBA Finals. When you look at Jake LaRavia, when I saw what he did with Sacramento, right? And how defensively he reminded me of Dorian Finney-Smith, but he's just a better offensive player. You know, I've always been a big believer in Austin Reeves, especially at the value that you're getting him for. I mean, you're not paying anything for Austin Reeves. You got Majesty's Dad says you blame Fadeaway World for the article, but you never mention it in your post. I don't blame. Why would I blame Fadeaway World for anything? That's just where I got it from. That's not a blame. And in a 1-minute video, who cares? It's very easy to go look up. Oh, are you guys mad now that Fadeaway World made it? I don't know why that bothers you guys. Fadeaway World was the inspiration behind my ChatGPT upload. You guys just want to cry about it. Y'all want to cry about prompts and what you can do with ChatGPT this and ChatGPT that. That's just you guys crying. Right? We're like, the fact that people like Sports Fluent will try to do a video explaining to us how ChatGPT works as if we don't know how it works. We all know that you can type the prompt in 50 times and get 50 different answers out of it. We all know that you can type a prompt in and steer ChatGPT to give answers. That's not what happened here, unfortunately. I know that's what you guys wanted to happen. I know you guys are so thirsty to do any reaction to my videos that you're willing to say anything. But if you guys actually stop and think for 10 seconds, you'll be fine. He said, yeah, because you lie and spread narratives. I mean, tell me one narrative I spread. I don't spread narratives. It's not a narrative. Because the beauty of that ChatGPT list is it's extremely unique from my own top 10 list. So the fact that I'm willing to share a top 10 list with you guys that's completely unique to mine. I don't have Kobe in my top 10. I don't have Oscar Robertson in my top 10. ChatGPT did. I thought it was unique. The problem with the ChatGPT list is something that a lot of you guys won't admit, like Majesty's Dad. You guys just didn't like the fact that ChatGPT in that particular list had LeBron James at number 1. You guys, in the comments, nobody said anything about Oscar Robertson at 10. Nobody said anything about Kobe at 9. Nobody said anything about Shaq in his placement or Magic or Bird. Y'all only cried about one player. This ties into today's show. Right? Like, this ties into today's show. Like, when we talk about the Jordan Delusion Syndrome, called JDS, it ties into your deranged delusion. How you guys are so hyper focused on LeBron. You said, I challenge you on this, sir. How can you challenge me, Majesty's Dad, when we've never had a conversation? You can't challenge me in the chat. I'm not gonna have a back and forth with somebody that can only type. You can't type faster than I can talk. You can challenge me, but you can't challenge the Chat GPT video because it's not my list. Salute to Hunter Wells, y'all, in the chat, man. He says Lamont and the Cac runs better than Prime Jordan. Nah, I wouldn't say that, man. No. Back in the day, though, Chicago State days, all that. Yeah, for sure. Salute to Hunter Wells, man. Come on, y'all. Make sure y'all share the video. We got to get more people in here. We waiting on Go James Kingdom, A. Johnny to get in here so we can cook, man. He should be here in a second, man. We're going to cook. We're going to be bringing people up one by one because we now have a quiz that we're going to be allowing a lot of you guys to take. We got to identify if you have the Jordan Delusion Syndrome. Do you have nostalgia fixation on 90s basketball, cognitive dissonance towards the modern NBA and evolution, hero worship of Michael Jordan as an infallible myth, and defensive hostility towards alternate GOAT narratives? Because when we talk about Majesty's Dad, who's in the chat, right now he's showcasing defensive hostility toward alternate GOAT narratives. My Chat GPT video was an alternative GOAT narrative. It was a concept of who the GOATs might be from another perspective, not my perspective. You guys know who my top 10 is. Go James Kingdom, we got him in here. But Go James Kingdom, man, we got a good one, man.
What's good, Lamont? Peace and blessings, brother. You can hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear. We got the we got the extra zesties pulling up in here, man. They already getting mad. They already mad. It seems like there's some lingering anger from my Chat GPT video where I gave everyone to Fadeaway World Chat GPT top 10. And it seems like Majesty's Dad is in here. He is upset. He is mad at that video.
What chat? I know what you're talking about. The one, the Chat GPT one, where you said that LeBron's to go predicated on the AI. That one.
Yes.
The one that,
they don't like that.
The one they ran and got Sports Fluent to get exposed on.
I see.
They're the funniest.
And the thing is with me, I'm not gonna I value my upload, the uploads that I do on TikTok, I value them. I'm not gonna waste concepts or slots for videos to waste the upload reacting to Fluent. I would much rather him just pull up to the live stream. We get him locked into a take, and then we can air it on TikTok and YouTube. But as far as doing an upload to respond, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing an upload to respond. If he has questions about my videos, if he's confused about anything, which it seems like he's extremely confused, then all he needs to do is pull up. I don't know why people duck and dodge talking to us so much, man. I think, like I say, hey, Johnny,
it's me. I told you, it's me. It's me. It is me. If I wasn't here right now, you have a whole flood of people want to talk to you. But they know they can't misbehave when I'm around, so they got that.
That's what Pluto said. Pluto said it at the beginning of the show, right? He was like, "Is Go James Kingdom gonna be here?" They was asking. They needed a forewarning, man. I said, man.
But first of all, they need permission. Daddy already know they need permission, right? They need permission before they could ever. So before they could ever even come up here, they see us. So They're not gonna pull up, but that's why we tell them it's fine. That's why I tell them we're safe. We can talk basketball, Lamont. They can't, so we good. We safe. We legit.
Hey, sports and Goat James, can I ask a panel question? I just want to get some insight because I know y'all, obviously know what y'all doing up here, and I appreciate coming up here and learning on this live and others. But how, in the context of basketball, how do you rank scoring and defense? Like, do you give one over the other? Do you value, like, how do you look at ball in that aspect of it? I just want to ask the host that.
Hey, Johnny, you want it
Well,
or you want me to get it?
for me, all aspects of basketball is important. So defense is important, scoring is important. There's nothing that really in basketball that's not important. All aspects of the game is important. So, um, but there's five people on the court that allow you to do all of that. So, you don't necessarily, everybody doesn't have to necessarily be a good defender and a good offensive player. You just have to have a combination of great guys and a good chemistry, and a good philosophy as far as the system goes. And then you can create offense and you can definitely create more possessions on defense by shutting the team down.
It's true.
Yeah, I
My,
just asked in a lot of these debates,
Hmm.
I see more, of the Jordan fans lean towards scoring is the absolute all in be all. And I just feel like that's disingenuous to the actual game because you
That's
can't just
facts. You right.
magnify
Yeah. You.
scoring as the end all be all. Because I
Hmm.
know the team who has more points wins the game, but the team who plays better defense wins too. So
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think recently on PC they posted somebody saying something about how there's gambling is messing up the game because people are talking more about PRA, which is more of a fancy thing. It's not people always talked about points, rebounds, and assists. It's not like something new. The term PRA is a new term, but talking about points, rebound, and assists has always been a part of basketball. But he was trying to say the same thing you were saying, how scoring is the most important aspect of the game. Points is what you're trying to do, and blah 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 blah. But like I said, there's ways to score. You can't just score. You have to dribble the basketball. First of all, you got to get the basketball 90 feet. To do that, you can't walk with it. So that means you have to dribble the basketball. So you need somebody who has great handling skills, great ball vision, that can get the ball to the right spot. That's very, very important. Secondly, you can't even score without the ball. So you need to rebound. So rebound is very, very important. And there's so many aspects that goes into scoring that, like I said, what Kevin Durant said, I kind of think it's the opposite. I think you can find anybody to score 20 points, but it's hard to find somebody to play defense.
and that's what I'm saying as far as and I may get a lot of, he don't know ball. Me personally, I'll value a guy more giving me fifth, like let's say 12 to 15 boards a game, as opposed to a guy that's giving me 12 to 15 points a game. I would value the boards over that little 12 to 15 points. Like you're
Yeah,
not moving, you know what I mean? Because these could
that's
be
facts.
second, you know what I mean? These could be
Yeah.
looked at as second chance points. These could be looked at as easy, fast break points off of the boards. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I just don't get that part, but that's just what I wanted to ask.
Nah, you on point with that. I mean, if you want to touch on that, Lamont, you can, but you're on point with that.
nah, I think it's hard. Like, defense gets tricky because it depends on what you're saying about defense, like defenders. Like the one of the harder things to do is when you start running around trying to rank defense, like because there are a lot of factors that go into a defender being what we define as a good defender. Like for example, we live in a day and age right now where people are literally running around saying that Rudy Gobert is a fake DPOY,
Oh,
and
that
I'm thinking to
hurts.
myself like, what are you guys watching? Like, where's y'all brain cells at? But what they're doing is they are because they're hyper fixated on the great scorer of this era. They are when you're a DPOY of this era, they expect you to be able to go out there and hold Luka to 6 points a game. You got to go out there and you got to be able to clamp SGA on the perimeter, no matter who you are. Like so, it's delusions of grandeur all over the place. I think great defenders you have to look at attributes and tendencies as opposed to output, because any coach, any good defensive coach can make any player look like a great defender. So you always got to, the great defenders, you just got to look at their tendencies, their own individual habits out, because there's a lot that goes into this game that can get tricky. But again, the problem is GOAT James Keenum talks about it a lot. You got to stop entertaining these conversations with people that are trying to rank everything. They want to rank scoring. They want to rank defenders. They always want to rank something. Like the ranking is what gets you in trouble. You can't not. It's hard to rank a great defender. Like how do I measure Scottie Pippen's defense versus Hakeem Olajuwon's defense? How do I rank that? I mean, they both. There's no ranking.
If you come up with a logical way to do it, Lamont, they get upset with you anyway. So it don't even make no sense.
Even if you came up with a
way to spark an argument with you, that's all it is.
Yeah, if you came up with a way to rank it, they find a way to be mad about it, especially if it didn't align with the way they think. And a lot of them don't understand defense anyway. So
none. They don't even understand traveling, Lamont. They still can't understand the traveling. They still arguing about traveling. They still don't get it.
Yeah, I see that. They don't understand that they gather. You can do whatever you want with your feet until you gather the basketball. They don't understand that, even though they watch Iverson do it for years. They don't understand it. So, I mean, they're gonna. It goes into my Jordan Delusion Syndrome up here, right? They're going to pick and choose and identify what they like. They're going to nitpick things. They're going to find ways to discredit this era. And I think right now we're just in a phase where you're dealing with a lot of Jordan fans who know that what they're saying is great. They're just trying to nitpick and pretend and make up reasons as to why they want to say it's not great, because obviously there's one goal and agenda there, and that's just so they can always walk away saying that Jordan is the best and he played in the greatest era. And we both know that that statement in and of itself is not true.
Yeah, but I had the question though, man. I've been seeing a whole lot of streams where they talking about, do the Lakers play good without LeBron? The Jordashians and whatnot. How y'all feel about all that and whatever, even though LeBron ain't played the goddamn game yet?
Can I just answer this in just one quick question? You know his name.
You gonna answer
LeBron James.
You gonna answer it with a question? Is that what somebody just asked?
No.
What's up with that?
No, meaning like when people say that, just ask that one question. What is that guy's name? LeBron James. All right, cool. Conversation over.
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna tell me the guy with one of the smartest minds in the game cannot adjust to guys or learn how to take a back seat and learn and know when to score, when to cut it on, when to take it easy. This is a guy who's been doing this for 23 years now, man. 23. And people got things like that to say. That's why I just don't even listen, man. I'm just like, I don't know.
They gonna find anything, because I can go out here and say they're gonna win the championship because they doing all this without LeBron.
But what's new about them? What's new about them saying that in general? Isn't all of LeBron's winning because of his teammates? So why would it be any different now? Like why would it?
Right.
Like, why would he? Yeah. Right. Like why would he mess it up now? Like if it was because of Kyrie he won a championship, it was because of Anthony Davis he won a championship, Dwayne Wade he won a championship. And why at the end of the day would he mess up anything? He didn't mess it up before when he ended up having a good team. So. That's why they don't have nothing to talk about because they don't watch.
They need to read. That was a good take, and I agree with you, bro. I just got up here, but I agree with you. No one ever says that. They're like, remember who you're talking about here. We're not talking about James Harden. We're not talking about Patrick Bev. We're talking about literally the top two greatest players. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now I will say this, and I have to be non-biased. There has been times where LeBron has came back and he was kind of playing not selfish basketball, but he was kind of going for more stats than what was called for, and the team kind of started slacking. But once again, overall, he's going to make his team better, and he's going to fit in the role that he needs to be to win.
It ain't even that, man. I really think he's just really sitting out. I think How do you
play and not go for stats?
Right. I was gonna ask that, but
no, it wasn't. Yeah. It was so when I say stat basketball, it was more so filling the offensive board, but more so not fulfilling his requirements on defense like he was supposed to. That's what I was getting at.
What are his requirements on defense, Jalen?
Right.
What's his requirements on defense?
Well, by the way, I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm saying
again, you guys have to understand this. Just because you think LeBron's your GOAT, you can still say a Zesty Jeffrey logic. I'm straight. Again, you can talk basketball in a Zesty Jeffrey sense, especially on TikTok, because y'all got bullied so much by Zesty Jeffries over here that y'all talk basketball similar to them, but just say LeBron's my GOAT because you have a great argument to make LeBron your GOAT. I understand that, but do you understand LeBron still plays defense?
Right.
No, I'm just keeping it non-biased here. That's
like for example, last year.
I'm not being biased. Why is it I have to be biased? I can clearly see LeBron still plays defense.
Yeah, last year, LeBron
don't know what defense is.
Search up LeBron's defense last year. It was absolutely crazy. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
LeBron was the best defender last year. No, we don't have to get. Hold on, y'all. We don't have to get caught up on that. Yeah, because we've already derailed and we got away from the topic a little bit.
My fault.
Again, we do know that. Like I've already told Go James Kingdom this. It's very simple. LeBron James right now is in a lose-lose situation. If the Lakers do well, their haters are gonna say, "Look, they're winning because he's out. They don't need him." And if they do bad, LeBron James is tying up the salary cap. They can't get better because he's on the. So at the end of the day, whether they do good or bad, you guys just have to understand that me and Go James Kingdom have been doing this so long. We know that there is no positive ending. There's no way that this can end in a positive manner for LeBron James in their eyes.
Right? Wait, FYF, I have a quick question. In the past 3 years, have you seen LeBron slack on defense and not fulfill what he's supposed to be doing?
In the past 3 years, I've seen every player in the NBA slack at times on defense. Like I've seen that. That's just the nature of basketball. The nature of basketball is when things are going really well and your team's playing really well, you have a tendency to play really good defense as a team. Things just start to click a little bit better. When things are going bad offensively, sometimes human nature kicks in. What's human nature? Well, sometimes you might put your head down. Sometimes you might pout. Sometimes you might not hustle back at times. So that's just the nature of basketball, and it's been like that ever since at every level of basketball.
Good take. So, let me rephrase that. Sorry, that was a good take. So to rephrase that was a kind of weird question. Have you seen him not just slack? I mean, but just like not fulfill what he's supposed to be doing on defense and actually cause a game being lost because of it?
I mean, but again, yes, but that's every player on every team. If you started in the NBA, if you started over 50 games last year, I'm sure I can go to a game that your team lost and I can say, well, you know what, defensively, you might have been the player being targeted. You might have had a lapse this game. Like, I don't think it's a fair question to answer because the answer is yes, but the answer is yes to also everybody in the league that also starts and plays heavy minutes.
But to my point, like LeBron's not everybody in the league, and to your point that he will be hated on forever. That's true. Like he gets hated on for nothing for just breathing. But the point is, he is LeBron, and Steph is Steph. Kevin Durant's Kevin Durant, and they will be held to a different standard. Would you agree?
Yeah. So let me ask you: does Steph Curry defensively? Does Steph Curry defensively? Did Steph Curry defensively last year cost the Warriors a game?
Yes.
Okay. But you see how nonsensical. But you see how nonsensical it is now because it does we can say it about
every
anybody.
Player does it. Yeah.
But Steph's not known as a defensive player.
It doesn't matter. It does matter, bro.
Hold on. Watch this. Last night, Marcus Smart, who's a great defender, almost single-handedly cost the Lakers a game.
Yes.
Right.
But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, no matter how good or bad you are defensively, you can do stuff that almost cost your team the game. Like it literally.
Understand?
It happens.
He almost cost the game while playing defense at a high level and just messed up. LeBron sometimes does not play defense. He doesn't play defense well sometimes, and it can cost games.
Okay, so let me ask you this: who was the Lakers' best defender and most consistent defender last year?
On the playoffs or regular season?
The regular season, since that's the largest sample size.
Probably Anthony Davis.
Bruh, this nigga said Anthony Davis, Lord have mercy.
Before he left, yes.
Just get this guy out of here.
Oh,
no, man. This is what we have.
I see what this is. This is a LeBron. This is a LeBron fest. If anybody says anything against LeBron, it's going to be laughs.
This is a LeBron
That's
fest.
what it is. And by the way,
this is LeBron.
Well,
I'm literally
TikTok
I
is
just
a
got
Jordan
off,
fan.
I just got off another
Let's
live.
get that out the way.
Mhm.
I'm
TikTok
literally
is
a
definitely
LeBron fan, but
Jordan fan.
if anybody says anything against LeBron, it's now we have to now. It's okay. It's okay. You can say that.
Okay, so no. This is I'm not. This is think about it. I want you to look. We're not saying that you're not saying anything against LeBron. What I'm saying
That's
is I asked you a question that I thought the answer was easy to. I think if you're talking about the full year last year from start to finish, who is the Lakers' most consistent defender? It was easily LeBron James. Especially it started to shine once they got Luka Doncic, right? And then his defensive prowess really started to shine because then they went on a stretch where they had like a top 10 defense in the NBA, and it was almost single-handedly because of LeBron. And it was hard for me to give that to Anthony Davis when he was only there a portion of the year and then got traded.
Well, that's why I asked specifically for the regular season playoffs.
But what I'm saying is, like
I literally asked you. I said playoffs.
All I'm saying is these. Like it's hard for me to because I don't know your level of understanding of defense to even answer the question because I don't. When you say that a guy is not playing up to expectation defensively, I don't know in what sense you're talking about because. But the way people talk defense nowadays is one, they don't really have a real understanding of what real defense is anyway. And
but
so
yeah,
my default is always going to see it as a coach because I'm a defensive coach. And so the way I see defense is way different than fans. And what you guys call good or bad defense is not what I call good or bad defense.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I respect that. But again, it's me saying the
same
thing.
So what do you define?
The same thing to you because
so what do you define as a good defender?
Hold on, just let me finish. So by not answering the questions.
Okay, so just the question is to you. So we have a groundwork of what you think a good or bad defender is. What constitutes an elite or good defender?
Elite or good? Which one? Which question? I'll answer.
Whatever's easier for you to answer.
I think an elite defender is someone that can play on and off really well to the point to where they can change games, especially in pivotal moments, consistently.
It doesn't say much, man. We're gonna need more of a description.
That's why I was still talking to you coming up.
Yeah, let them go, please, gentlemen. Stop cutting people off when they're speaking, please.
No. He literally stopped for a second, literally.
I
was continuing.
Can y'all let him finish?
Right.
Yeah, bye. For all you who don't know how to act on Goat James Kingdom and FYF debates, go ahead. Please, go ahead, Jalen.
Thanks, man. So on and off really well. Can play consistently. To the point where they elite. I'm defining elite, by the way. So to the point to where they can actually change games in pivotal moments. A really good blocker, which LeBron is. He can block really well. And I think consistently just throughout the game, instead of taking time off or sitting out and I don't mean sitting out, just sitting down. I mean sitting out and just playing one side of the ball, one side of the ball, which in my opinion, and I love LeBron, but like there's been games where he's played one-sided a lot. Now he's played defense because that's the name of the job, but he's played one-sided a lot. And I think in order for the Lakers to win this championship or even get deep in the playoffs, he needs to average at least 17 to 18 and then focus more so on defense than offense.
And so how do you delineate between what an individual is doing versus what is schematically schemed because of a great defensive coach?
What do you mean? Like differentiate?
So for example, the Phoenix Suns the other night stifled Victor Wembanyama, but when you look at what they were doing, Devin Booker's not even an elite defender. Actually, he's looked at as one of the worst defenders in the league. But that defensive strategy that they were deploying, which was a quick double, right, closest to the ball, shades in the help, weak side picks up the guy that's shading in the help's man, right? Mm-hmm. And Booker was doing it at an elite level, but we all know that Booker is a horrible defender. So how do you delineate between a great defensive philosophy from a coach versus a great individual defender?
Good question, actually. I think the way you can tell is when basically throughout the game. First, I think it starts from what type of coach that is. Like I'm looking at Darvin Ham, and I didn't see him calling that many plays and actually executing that many plays on the court to fruition. JJ Redick has a different mindset than him, and now I can see more things being done defensively. It's like an eye test almost, and I can't get as deep in it because you probably know more than me, but it's almost like an eye test. I could see things actually being carried out by the whole team instead of one individual player, one individuality. And to me, JJ does a good job at that. So to answer your question, I think it's more of an eye test to see what's actually being done in the game versus individually and as a team effort, team momentum, things like that. Like, for example, Marcus Smart last night single-handedly fouled out a man. I know Arubi got that last one, but he single-handedly fouled out a man like that. To me, that's great effort individually. I don't know if that was a scheme. Maybe it was just him individually. I don't know. So,
no, I mean,
is it possible I can give my? Oh, sorry.
No, I don't know. I just think that I don't know. I think when people start saying that LeBron doesn't play defense,
I didn't say that.
Even I mean, when you're talking about LeBron last year, I guess if you say he took plays off, like.
But the thing is, brother,
if you're gonna say he lacked effort, just so he can move forward in the conversation and get to other people, if you're gonna say that at times he lacked effort, yes.
Yep.
At times
every time I say
effort.
that though, you keep defaulting, but you say, but everybody does that. But everybody does that.
Yes,
because
he's
not everybody.
Because at the end of the day, that's basketball, and at the end of the day, even with Michael Jordan, we didn't hold him to the standard of perfection on the defensive end. Even with Michael Jordan, so you can take the greatest defenders in NBA history, and I'm almost pretty sure if we nitpick them and be extremely finicky, we could find plays where they're taking plays off defensively.
Yes, you can. But if you find
the nature of the beast in basketball, and it's just sad that we've gotten to the point where, in the social media area, where we see everything, where now we, instead of utilizing it the right way, we utilize it to literally nitpick every minute.
You're correct.
Player on
You're correct, and I agree with you. But let me ask you this: if LeBron James, for the rest, let's say he comes back mid-November next week, 2 weeks from now, and he scores 2.2 points per game on average all the way till March, you would say this season was bad for him. You know why? But I can easily say, but there's many players this league who scored 2 points a game. The problem is you can't say that anymore because when we're talking about superstars, especially with LeBron, you will hold them to a certain standard to play consistently well in certain areas. You can't just say
was consistently good on defense last year. He was better. He was good on defense more times than he was bad. That's called consistent.
Exactly.
All you have to do to be consistent on defense is be good more times than you're bad. And last year,
the year before
LeBron was good more times than bad. It's the same thing. I just think that because I don't know what you guys are getting at. Like, I haven't seen, like, for all the people that say that they've seen these long stretches of LeBron James just being bad defensively, I just don't know what y'all watching. I think y'all want for him to be bad. He's just not bad, and he's just not as bad as what you guys say he is. Now, have there been moments where he's been frustrated, and you can nitpick 1 or 2 plays in a game where he's walked back on defense or something? Yeah, that's not the entire game. That's one play.
So let me ask you this: Do you think Kareem Abdul in his later seasons, especially in the '80s, in his later seasons, played really good defense?
Yes. Probably. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know.
Not to the elite level he was prior to his career.
Why did you say yes and then I don't know? You said yes and then I don't know. Why did you say that?
No, I said probably.
You said yes, and then you said, well, I don't know.
No, I'm saying right here, just so we can get, because I'm not gonna, because what I don't do is I don't pretend to have watched all these games, especially if you're not going to narrow it down to a window of time where we can go watch. So I don't pretend. I'm just going to presume that, okay, yeah, I would assume that he, towards the end of his career, he had more good games defensively than he had bad. What's your point?
That's not true. He just didn't. Like, it's the same thing with LeBron.
Quantify that, though. You can't say that he did have more bad.
No, hold on. Lastly, how do you measure this? Like, outside of your eye test, which we know your eye test can be literally anything.
I think you measure it by taking away the definition you gave of just saying you do it better than you do majority.
How do you measure it?
I measure it playing defense consistently well, not just doing it more than not. So
okay, how do you measure it though?
Let me finish. So if a running back in the NFL averages more than 1 yard, he averages more positive than 1 yard, so you can't call him good. So how I would say is there's a couple criteria. Number one, are you playing defense well consistently, game in, game out, and especially in the most pivotal moments, especially during the fourth. During the fourth, when it really matters, are you getting rebounds? Are you getting blocks to steals when you try to can? Are you not turning over the ball? Things like that, which is a form of defense, in my opinion. But
how do you measure all of that?
That's the criteria that I'm giving. That's the measurement that I'm giving.
And of course, we all know what criteria is. How do you measure all this to get to the conclusion that where you would say he's consistently bad defender or something? I don't know what you're getting to.
Well, that's the problem. You didn't know what I said. You just didn't listen. I never said he was a consistently bad defender.
Okay, then what are you saying?
But he's not consistently a good defender. That doesn't necessarily mean he's
okay. Hold on.
Remember, it's by his expectation as well, Lamont.
Okay, I just want to know. No, I'm just curious if from the games that I watched last year, LeBron was the Lakers' best defender. And go James Kingdom, me and you even brought this to light. We talked about how JJ was putting Anthony Davis in so many drop coverage schemes that there was just absolutely no way he could have been the Lakers' best defender. He was in drop covers too much. He was getting barbecued. Every guard in the league had their way with Anthony Davis as long as he was in drop coverage. So I don't know how he could. It was always LeBron James. So when I look at them last year, consistently their best and most consistent defender was by far LeBron James. Because one, the scheme didn't compromise what he could do, like the scheme compromised Anthony Davis. And I don't know if Anthony Davis wanted to be in drop coverage or if the coaches did it, but they had him in drop coverage and it looked like hot garbage. So I don't know what you were watching there that you saw anything good out of that. There's nothing good about drop coverage, and we've already analyzed that.
I told y'all the Lakers defense got better with Anthony Davis out.
It got better when Anthony Davis was gone, but no one will give credit for that. All I'm saying is all these things that people say consistently, this and that. You got to tell me how you're measuring this consistency, because you need to be giving me an analytic. An analytic is probably the best measuring tool for consistency. And if you can't give me, and I think he might be veering away from the defensive analytics because the defensive analytics might tell a different tale. Because I haven't heard one defensive analytic, because it sounds like that's the only way you can show me this level of consistency, because we know you didn't watch every single game. That's the problem.
I did want to say one thing, FYF, if I'm allowed. If I'm allowed to say something, because do you mind if I go, Jalen? I do think with LeBron, it's hard to quantify his defense at times because of the fact that we know that defensive stats are not always the most reliable, because it says stuff like Chris Paul's as good of a defender as Russell Westbrook at some point. So we can't just look at the pure stats or whatever. We have to the analytics. We have to think about what he's actually doing and use player statements. And I realized this. LeBron being able to game plan and tell his team, what the other team's about to do before they do it, and understanding other people's plays and understanding they have a play, and he tells his guys, stand here, move here, don't jump on this guy. That is all because he's played basketball so long, has a photographic memory, and is just so smart and has a high IQ. That's high defensive IQ. So even if what Jalen is saying is, he doesn't add the effort, I think it doesn't matter as much if you're setting up every other guy to be good defensively.
That was a great, I'm not gonna lie.
We were in the other live together.
I 100% agree on that take, because many people, like, I've seen so much players do well when LeBron's on the court, like his playmaking skills, like, not even talking about defense, but offense too. Like, so much players do good when LeBron's on the court, in my opinion. But that's what I'm gonna say.
So LeBron is able to instill a level of basketball IQ into them, which is why when some of these guys were traded away from his team, they go and be really good players on other teams, because they have that level of IQ in themselves that's been engraved in themselves that tells them how to play. And LeBron is almost sometimes like a coach.
Okay, what are we talking about, y'all? What are we talking about, y'all? Jesus Christ, man. This ain't basketball talk.
He made sense.
No, it's not basketball.
I keep telling y'all, TikTokers have this weird way of talking basketball. I don't understand it. It really like makes me think to myself, sometimes you guys talk on TikTok more than you actually watch the game and try to learn the game. To be honest with you, man, it's sad, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at these stats. I'm looking at these stats from last year, right? And as far as defensive win shares, LeBron James is top 20 in the NBA last year in defensive win shares. He's also
Right.
top 20. He's also top 20 in defensive box plus minus. Is that all NBA status? No. But that sounds like somebody's playing consistent defense.
The point that he was trying to make was that stats don't always tell the story of the context.
Hold on. Here's the problem. Hold on. Why is it that? Hold on. The problem with saying this, every time y'all run into a stat that contradicts what your brain thinks, you always say stats don't tell the real story. No, stats and numbers are far more consistent than the people running their mouths. They don't have any play in this, and it's able to contextualize every single game that was played. Every single game. Y'all brains can't contextualize every game that was played last year. So these analytics take into every single regular season game.
It can't contextualize every single game. That's literally not even true.
Then how does your brain, to tell me, if analytics don't do a good job of contextualizing every game that was played last year, how does your brain do it when you didn't even watch probably a third of all the games?
First off, I watched over 50 games last year. Over 50 games. So don't tell somebody who they didn't watch and what they didn't watch.
Okay.
It doesn't fit your narrative.
Okay. So tell me. That's what I've been asking you this whole time. Because at least analytics, there's multiple analytics that show that LeBron James was an above average defender last year.
They play a huge
outside of analytics, and if the analytics, okay, so your eye test, right? Talk to me about what LeBron James was asked to do defensively last year, and that means scheme. Because if you watched 50 games, you should know their defensive scheme with AD and without AD. What were they asking him to do last year, and what was he consistently not doing in your eyes?
Before Luka or after Luka?
He just said when AD went down.
He said both. Do both.
Yeah, both. Both.
Because it's really the.
It can't be the same. Look, damn.
Yeah, it can't be the same. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Lamar. See, look, it's not even me, Lamar. I didn't do this. I would have been told him he had a zesty Jeffrey logic from the top, but he was going to tell me LeBron's his GOAT, but he still got a zesty Jeffrey logic. I don't know where y'all guys be getting this logic from, bro. That's why I tell you, I do not like Charles Barkley and them, bro. They destroyed how basketball conversation is supposed to be talked, bro. Y'all really can't talk basketball, man. Like, none of that matters. It basically, he said, the top 20 don't matter for LeBron because we're talking about LeBron. So we still got to hold LeBron to some kind of GOAT standard in year 23 at 40 years old with 1,500 games plus in his resume.
And the funny thing about his take, was he said 3 years ago. So how old would LeBron be 3 years ago, brother? Like, that's year what, 20? Damn. Like, damn, you want him to be a lockup defender year 20?
And this is a funny thing. You know how, if you really want to know the eye test, if you really want to know the eye test on how you know somebody's being a horrible defender, the players that get targeted. When do they target LeBron? When do they say, let's switch on to LeBron? Like I was talking about Joker. When do you see them pull Joker out 25 feet from the rim? Never. Because Joker's not doing that. Joker's not stupid. He's not coming here. Joker's like, you can come here all you want to, and you're not going to get a shot off or you're not going to get a pass off. So make a choice.
If I may speak, I've seen LeBron last season against the T-Wolves in that playoff series. I've seen the Wolves put LeBron in every action on the court, and he succeeded more times than he failed. Like, and that was just a little sample size, but like, that's when it mattered the most, and he was still obviously, by the eye test and by the numbers, the Lakers' best defender, period. And when Anthony Davis went down, they had a line up, if I'm not mistaken. They moved Dorian Finney-Smith to the 5. Yes. They had LeBron at the 4. Mm-hmm. And them boys was rolling, and LeBron was playing defense, hard-nosed smash mouth. They had him down in the post a lot, trying to, front it, and man, they was running. So I don't know what he was. Me personally, I don't know what he saw. And I truly don't.
That's the funny thing. No, go ahead, Dream. Go ahead, Dream.
I was gonna ask, like, do y'all follow the logic, or is your logic about LeBron and like against a Jordan haters that like the game's always evolving, the evolution of the game, the better players, the better competition, that's what makes LeBron better than Jordan? And like, if that is your logic, are you gonna maintain that logic 20 years from now? Are you gonna say that like, well, LeBron James was a bum and people have 2020 sorry, people have 2020 nostalgia because we think LeBron's the greatest of all time, and really it's Wemby who's the greatest. Is that where your logic comes from, or is your logic about LeBron being?
No, we're just not dumb. We're the main. Here's to simplify it. We're not dumb.
I can answer the question, but I'm
gonna let you go. I'm gonna say this is what I mean. This is like y'all ask the dumbest questions. That's a dumb question because we're not dumb. We all have two eyes. We all see Victor Wembanyama. I don't care. And I said this on the last stream. I said I have not yet run into a LeBron James fan that has LeBron as the GOAT right now that's looked at Victor Wembanyama and hasn't just come to some type of admission that if he keeps this up, he's not gonna be the next GOAT. The problem with Jordan fans is that no matter how impressive they see the future is, the Jordan fans look at Victor Wembanyama. Nah, he can't be 6-0 in the finals. He'd never be the GOAT.
I'm literally a Jordan fan that believes that.
I'm not. Obviously, it's not about you because we're talking about it generally speaking. If you're one of the rare breed of Jordan fans that actually has a brain, then great for you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the idiots. The majority, and we all know, if we're being honest, that the majority of these Jordan fans have Jordan locked at the top, and there's absolutely no way to pass him up unless you do it the exact way Jordan did, which is go 6-0 in the finals, and that means you have to go 7-0. And we all know that championships mean nothing to Jordan fans because otherwise they would have Bill Russell.
Bill Russell would be
their logic is hypocritical. Their standards for what future players need to do is hypocritical, right? The fact that they look at greatness that's obviously in front of them right now, and then they have to pretend that it's not great. And how do they pretend it's not great? Well, they say, "Oh, this era's soft." They make every excuse to discredit the greatness that they see. Oh, he lost here. Oh, but they pretend as if everything that Jordan did was embedded in perfection. He never had a flaw. He never had a loss. He never went through any growing pains. He went through the toughest era. He had to get hard fouled. They pretend as if the bad boy Pistons had to beat him up to stop him, and none of this is true. It's all lies. Everything is a lie.
Well, what is true though about Jordan fans, myself included.
Let me answer the question because they don't think you suffice that answer there, Lamont, in the comments. So let me just say, first off, we do believe the logic that the game evolves and players do get better as time goes, but that's not why LeBron's the GOAT. LeBron's not the GOAT because the game evolved. LeBron's the GOAT because of stats, accolades, and achievements. Your accomplishments make you the GOAT. So for anyone who's going to challenge LeBron as the GOAT has to do it through the accomplishments, not through evolution. And yes, 20 years from now, we're going to be looking back and saying, yes, this era is not as good as the era we're looking at because the game does evolve. It's just simple and plain. I had a Zesty Jeffrey try to tell me that when we were talking about this points thing, and they were saying, well, are you saying Westbrook and Joker are better than LeBron because they had triple-double seasons? Statistically, yes. LeBron never had a triple-double season. But does that make them better than LeBron? No, that just means they had a better season than LeBron statistically. There's nothing wrong with that.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there in the mid '90s, but something tells me that in the middle of the '90s, despite the fact that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is probably the most decorated basketball player of all time, they were saying that Jordan was the GOAT, regardless of the stats leaning toward Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? Or am I tripping?
Well, the people who were saying that were Zesty Jeffries. But continue.
So Jordan was the greatest player of all time while he was still playing, despite the fact that Kareem had better stats than him all the time. Yes.
By Jordan fan base, yes.
I'm asking from the consensus. Was Jordan the greatest player of all time while he was still playing?
Jordan created the largest fan base in basketball, so by consensus, you would consider him the GOAT. But that's not the basketball. He has more casual fans than anybody. So to say,
let me just ask you your personal opinion. In 1998, did you think Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time, or do you think Kareem was?
In 1998, I was 17 years old, so my mind wasn't at depth. So, yes, I had Jordan as the GOAT.
Okay. So, all right. That's
and this is Lamont. This is their problem. They love to conflate arguments, right? Yeah. Are you saying by the fan base? I told you, yes, Jordan created a larger fan base for the NBA because he created a casual fan base.
What I'm saying, I was trying to point out that Kareem had better all-time stats than Michael Jordan, but no one viewed Kareem as the best player of all time.
Basketball savant.
In 1998.
1998
Jordan is the greatest basketball player we have
savants.
ever seen.
No, in 1998, sir, Dream. In 1998, the basketball savants and people who knew basketball did not have Michael Jordan as the GOAT. It was the Zesty Jeffries and Jordan's fan base that made him the GOAT.
It was his peers that thought that he was the greatest basketball player.
What peer was that? What peer was that?
The niggas in the league with him. The nniggas in the league with him while he was winning
but the niggas who played, the niggas who played with Kareem thought it was Kareem. That's facts.
Facts.
Okay, that's the savants. That's the savants, not the casuals that came later on because the league opened up roles for niggas who can play in the league now. Because other than that, they were going to be grocery baggers.
Listen, the three greatest basketball players of all time.
Jordan played against his fans. Jordan played against his fans.
Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem. I understand that. The point that I'm trying to make is, in the 90s, when people were consuming basketball, it wasn't hard for them to come to the conclusion that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
Hold on.
You're wrong. When you had Bill Chamberlain and Bill Russell on television telling you he wasn't.
So to think that someone couldn't look at the stats and say, well,
Dream.
Just ramping for nothing. Again, Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell was on television telling y'all Jordan wasn't the GOAT in the 90s.
I don't know why you shouldn't have removed him, but no.
No, I have to, Lamar, because he came in here Debo'd off the top, bro. That's what they do.
No, I wanted to say that. Look, there was John Sally talked about this. There was a push by the NBA to sell Jordan, so much so that according to John Sally, that the NBA told television TV stations stop talking about the 80s and 70s. Stop playing 80s and 70s games. Don't do anything other than sell the 90s. And when Ajani says that it was a whole bunch of casual fans that put Jordan as the GOAT, it's because that's how the game was sold, and this was intentional. And so when you have an influx of casual fans, because remember, Jordan got labeled as the GOAT in like 1990, 91, well before he even had a full, complete career. The only people that do that is casuals. Nobody with a basketball brain in 90, 91 was even people with a brain were still saying Magic was the best player in the league in 90, right? But when you have such a significant influx of casuals who are getting sold the marketing, right? Who have been told by magazines and Sports Illustrated that Jordan is the GOAT. That's what they ran with. Jordan was the GOAT not because he was actually had a GOAT resume or he actually did
popularity
to achieve.
Popularity.
It was a popularity.
Exactly.
And that's the difference. Now, if you say by 1998, did he have a GOAT resume? Yeah. Well, I don't think any of us would disagree that, but he wasn't labeled the GOAT in 1998. And this is what Gilbert Arenas talked about. He says you cannot use 6-0 as the standard for being a GOAT when a lot of casual fans made Jordan a GOAT in 1991, 92 when he only had 1-2 championships. So that's no longer the standard. But the real fans, the real people that was actually watching the game knew that the standard was still embedded in your resume, championships, winning, career achievements, stats, accolades. It was still embedded in those things. And there were still a lot of people that said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the GOAT. It was still being said. I just think when you pretend otherwise, I think you got to study the 90s a little bit more before you to identify how Jordan was labeled the GOAT, and it had more to do with off the court stuff than on the court stuff. Didn't have very little to do with actual basketball.
I still think right now, resume for resume, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar might have the greatest resume from high school, college, scoring points all time and winning championships than any basketball player ever outside LeBron James. The only reason why I brought up the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar thing was to point at, even though you are superior statistically all time, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a non-argument on whether or not you are greater all time. Which is what you're trying to say about LeBron James.
Let me ask you a question. Dream, let me ask you a question. Dream, let me ask you a question. Think of Jordan's achievements. Think of who Jordan was as a player up until 1990, 91. Did that make him the GOAT in your eyes?
No. I think it made him.
Since it's not about stats, since it's not about accolades, since you can be labeled to GOAT without these things, according to you, when Jordan was officially labeled to GOAT by his fan base in the early 90s, did his resume, did his game, even if you don't look at the accolades and all that, Did his game scream GOAT at that time yet?
No, he didn't have years in it yet, though. That's why he didn't have enough years in it. 6 years isn't enough to say a nigga's better, the greatest player of all time.
Let me ask you,
No.
then how was he
always 13?
So ask yourself, how was he labeled to GOAT?
Well, that's why I asked about 1998, because 1998, that's like the back end. I feel like everyone has seen enough basketball from Jordan by then to come to like a healthy decision whether or not you think that's the greatest player of all time resume by 1998. I didn't say 1990, I said 1998 for that reason. Because in 1990, 1991, you're a high scorer, you're a showman, maybe the best showman the game has. Media's on your side. You have a brand deal. You haven't won championships yet, and a lot of people when they see national TV games,
The problem,
Yeah,
the reason why all that's irrelevant is because he was labeled the GOAT 6 years, 7 years before that. So what you have to do is you have to go off the standard that they created in 1990, 91, and 92 when they labeled the GOAT then. You can't create a new standard in 98. The standard is when they, like for Kareem, they didn't say Kareem was the GOAT when he won an MVP and his team didn't make the playoffs. They waited till his career was over with, and they used his full career, all-time scoring leader, 6 championships, 6 MVPs. That's why they were saying he was up there as the GOAT, and he potentially had passed Wilt. They didn't say it in the 70s. The unfortunate reality for Jordan is that his fans, the casuals, said he was the GOAT early on in his career. So that's the standard. That's the standard. Do not create a new standard in 1998 because he was not labeled to GOAT in 1998. They already labeled him to GOAT. So you cannot come up with new criteria in 98 when the standard was already created in 91.
So the standard that Jordan fans created in 1990
was all narrative.
Their standard of what a GOAT is, that's law? That's basketball law?
No, what I'm saying is that's their criteria. That's their criteria. Their criteria was marketing, Gatorade, commercials. It had nothing to do with basketball. They don't really think the game through. And to pretend
they don't know Jordan's career. They don't know Jordan's career.
No,
they really don't.
Know. They don't care to know his career. They don't care to argue it. It's all a joke.
I like to think I know Jordan's career, and every day as a Jordan fan, I say it gets harder.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Dream does. I'm glad you said that because actually, what we were doing today was, you see the Jordan Delusion Syndrome, right?
Yeah, I read it.
So hold on. Dream does.
Mm-hmm.
You say that you are a Jordan aficionado. So what we're gonna do is, I'm going to have the Jordan. I'm going to have the Jordan Delusion Syndrome algorithm is going to ask you 3 questions to determine if you are infected with this syndrome or not. Are you ready for the 3 questions?
I'm ready.
All right, okay. So what's your name? What name do you want me to give it?
Dream Dust.
Yeah, Dream Does Sports. Dream.
Okay,
Call me Dream.
Dream does sports.
Vermont with all these wicked algorithms.
Okay, so Dream Does Sports is up. I'm going to give you your first question. All right, so we're evaluating Dream Does Sports. All right, so your first question is, right? And again, you can give me these answers one by one. Try to simplify them, and I'm going to put your answers in, and it's going to give you a diagnosis. When Michael Jordan retired for the first time in 1993, what do you personally believe was the biggest reason behind that decision, and how certain of that reason are you?
This is gonna be good.
It's kind of 2 things. I think one, I think some shit was going on with his pops. I think there was a gambling situation, and I think the NBA suggested that he do a little quick retirement as a suspension, and he did it, and he knew he was going to make a lot of money for it because outside of basketball.
Hold on. You're saying a whole bunch of things. You said there was 2 reasons. What's the first reason?
Gambling. Gambling and his dad. Like gambling his dad. Like that's one thing. I'll say that's one thing.
So gambling and his dad died.
So you believe that gambling led to his dad's situation?
Okay. So does that? Hold on. So because I need his answer. So are you certain of any one of these answers, or are you still waffling between the 2? Because it says the question is, what is the biggest reason, not multiple? What is the biggest reason behind that decision, and how certain are you of that reason? So you need to pick one, and what is the biggest reason, not multiple?
I I won't use that as my reason. I'll use fatigue. I'll use fatigue. I'll use the fatigue, mental fatigue.
And how certain are you of this?
I'm very certain. That's why I'm picking that one.
Okay, so I put fatigue and very certain. All right, so your number two question is, if LeBron James had played in the 1990s under the hand check rules, what parts of his game would have been most affected and why?
I think he gets more steals. I think he averages more points because he would be spending more time in transition on fast breaks because he would just rob the ball from everyone. So, yeah. I think his steal numbers go up. And his points per game go up.
Okay, let's just get that in. Your third question is going to be, when you think of the 1990s Bulls opponents, which team do you consider their toughest challenge and why?
I'm gonna have to go with the Jazz because they made it to the NBA Finals, and I feel like they had a team and a system that was built to beat the Bulls, but they didn't. So I'm gonna go with the Jazz.
Okay, so I'm gonna enter these answers in, and now when I enter these answers in, it could potentially give you a diagnosis, or it may need some follow-up questions. Let's find out. So I'm entering your answers in. So it's giving a summary of your three answers, question 2, question 3. So preliminary assessment. It says, Dream Does Sports exhibits mild JDS indicators.
What?
Primarily, though, it says some of the reasons are he simplified public-facing recall of Jordan's narratives, the fatigue explanation, final-centric memory, limited historical nuance. However, he does show some objectivity by crediting LeBron's potential in the 90s, which counterbalances his bias. Some follow-up questions are required. I got one follow-up question for you, all right?
Yeah.
When you think about Jordan's final 2 seasons with the Wizards, what do you believe they reveal about him as a player or person?
A man who loved basketball and wanted to be around the game. Has nothing to do with winning, and those stats shouldn't be used against him.
Hold on. A man who loved basketball and what else?
Wanted to be around the game.
Okay, because it says this question will confirm whether Dream Does Sports sees Jordan as a fallible human being or competitor. Let's get your answer in there. It says Dream Does Sports is infected with Jordan Delusion Syndrome. Right? He says he has minor nostalgia, shows some cognitive dissonance, irrational bias, and myth-based denial. Right?
Yeah, that's cooked.
His answers suggest that he can potentially be a balanced basketball thinker who can separate admiration from worship, but much work is needed. So, unfortunately, it gives you potential to be cured, unlike some. But as it stands right now, you have been infected with Jordan Delusion Syndrome, based on your answers.
We're gonna have to quarantine you, brother. We're gonna have to quarantine you. We're gonna have to quarantine you.
Now, it does give a remedy for you. It says the remedy for Dream Does Sports: watching full 80s games through the 2000s playoff series, not highlight reels.
I do.
Continue to give LeBron. It says continue to give LeBron credit in cross-era hypotheticals, and it says avoid myth-based discussion like Jordan never struggled or LeBron couldn't play back then conversation. So that's what you kind of need to avoid going forward. Stay away from intellectual basketball conversations. You will struggle because of your JDS syndrome. All right.
if I can make a final statement, that might be a little skew, but I'll agree. I definitely have a bias towards to Jordan, but I'm 27. I don't have 90s nostalgia. I watched LeBron my whole life.
Do you want me to tell the algorithm these things? You want me to tell the algorithm?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like I wasn't there for it.
He admits
for Jordan's career.
He has a bias towards Jordan, but
I have a bias towards greatness. And
then what else do you want me to tell it?
I have tell it that I have a really bad condition where it's like when I see players win in the highest level and not lose, I value it a lot. I have a bad condition like with that. It's like when I see you win in the finals, I have like a bad conditioning with feeling like that's greatness.
When did you see Michael Jordan win in the finals and not lose? When did you see that?
I saw him win in the finals as many times as I saw him lose in the finals.
All right.
So you didn't see Jordan's career. Okay.
I'm not going to type it in. But, you got JDS syndrome. It's okay. You guys just got to study the game, man. Some of y'all got to study the game, man. I understand that Jordan was labeled the GOAT. I know why he was labeled the GOAT, though. You didn't watch. There were people that grew up during that time that didn't watch. So I know a 27-year-old didn't watch. It's okay that you didn't watch.
Okay, that's fair. So if I know Jordan's not the GOAT, LeBron's the GOAT. I get what you're saying. Who's the second best basketball player of all time? I just want to know, in your opinion, who's the second best?
We're not saying that. We're not saying that. We don't care.
So who's next?
Hold on. Dream Does Sports. This is part. Hold on. This is part of your Jordan derangement syndrome. The one part of Jordan derangement syndrome is that you guys are obsessed with rankings. We don't care about where you rank players. We only care about your criteria.
My criteria is consistent. My criteria is so consistent that my criteria matches Jordan being the greatest player of all time. If you heard my criteria, you know, okay, I understand why you have Jordan the wrong time. I'm the same way. If your criteria matches your rankings, I got no problem with you.
If we put his criteria in the algorithm.
Somebody gave him permission. I saw him in the comments. He got permission. So let's just expose him. Go ahead. He got the permission to get exposed. They gave him the permission. The clan leader said, "Yo, you good." They bestowed the blessing upon him. He showed up here live and direct. And now he's about to get exposed because criteria will not have Jordan as the GOAT.
Okay, so
100%.
So you do know we have another algorithm where we can put your criteria in and tell you your top 10.
Exactly. Hopefully you got a top 10.
Yeah. No, I'm confident in my criteria. I do this for real.
We do this for real as well.
Yeah, I do this for real.
We do this for real as well.
Yeah.
What is your criteria?
There we go.
Winning in the finals. Put that number 1.
Hold on, let me get it set up. I'm logging it up.
I know you're thinking like, oh damn, his criteria is gonna have Bill Russell next. Yeah, wait till you hear the rest of it.
You wait till you find out.
I know you Bron fans wanna
wait till you find out.
I know you wanna try.
This is gonna be better.
Corner. I'm not a rookie.
This is fine. Trust me, you are not prepared.
Okay, what is your criteria?
Winning in the finals, being the best. Winning while being the best player in the NBA. Winning championships while being the best player amongst.
Hold on. Dream. Can I ask you a question, Dream?
Yeah.
Do y'all have a script that y'all use? Do y'all have a script?
No, it's not a script.
How do y'all have? Okay. Hold on. Let me type this in. Winning.
No script.
This sounds very familiar, but winning while being the best player, winning the championship while being the best player in the league, right?
Yes.
No, Go James King. That sounds very familiar, don't it?
Oh, listen, Lamar. I told this man he's not prepared, man. I keep telling you it's a TikTok takeover, man. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom and FYF.
I got that. Okay, what's next? Winning.
Two-way play. Two-way play. And I don't mean hold on. I don't mean two-way play like, oh yeah, you're a capable defender and you're a good offensive player. All NBA and all defense simultaneously.
Okay,
that's why.
Okay, being all NBA and all defense at the same time. Okay.
Yes.
What else you got?
I don't know if there's a word for it, but bring all the hardware home in the same season. I want to see an MVP. I want to see a Finals MVP. I want to see an All-Star Game MVP, and I want to see a ring at the end of the tunnel. That's why I want to see a ring at the end of the tunnel.
Now, do you want to put any context in for the players where certain awards weren't available?
No, because when those words weren't available, none of those players are in my. No,
Okay,
I know my
so winning all the hardware in the same season. We got you. What's next?
Showman. Like you sell the game very well. You like the brand. The brand matters. I'm not talking brand like Kyrie Irving shoes or Kobe Bryant shoes. I'm talking about the brand. When people think NBA, for one period of time they thought Michael Jordan. Before that, they thought Magic Johnson. People thought Michael Jordan when they thought basketball. The brand of the NBA mattered. Michael Jordan.
Okay, we got you. What's next?
I think this is gonna be my last thing. This might be against him though. How well did you play?
Hold on. Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
But I'm honest though. I'm honest.
Hold on. Against who?
I know the stats.
Hold on.
I know the stats.
Might be against who?
Jordan. This is probably gonna count against him because I think your record versus your constituents, like the other top players in the league. What was your record against them while you were in the NBA? Like how well did you play against the other top dogs in the league while you were in the league? Yeah.
And when you're done giving us your final criteria at the end, just give us your top 10, please.
Okay. Do you have any more? Do you have anything else?
Oh yeah. While playing for the franchise that you're on, the direction of the franchise, like so, boom, I got drafted to a team that won 30 games before I got there. They never made the playoffs. When I got there, did I make them a championship contender? Because I know a lot of players were really great for a long time on teams that their talent didn't affect winning. So like I don't count that as like, oh yeah, you're a great because your talent didn't affect winning. I know it's a team game, but there's 5 guys on the court at a time. Your individual talent should be enough to lift the level of the rest of the franchise. Period.
Just want to say impact on winning.
Yeah.
That's what you
said. Okay. So what else?
From the draft, from being
drafted.
Okay.
What else do you have? What else do you have? Dream does.
I think that you had like the showman. You added the showman part, like being a showman.
Yeah.
Like your brand.
Look, Dream. I'm gonna summarize it all before I to make sure it's right. Yeah. So
yeah. So my last thing, captivating the youth. Like people want to be like you. Like you inspire a generation of your clones. Kobe Bryant, people like that. You know.
What type of criteria is this, man?
Okay, so hold on. Let's. So we got it in here.
Because Jordan's career.
Hold on, somebody, whoever, if you got cars in your background, if you're standing on a bus corner, please mute your mic, man. Please.
I'm in the living room.
No, so I'm talking whoever has the background noise. Sounds like they're at a train station or something. Okay, so your criteria, right? You have it summarized your criteria as championship dominance, winning titles while clearly being the best player in the NBA, not just on your team. Two-way greatness, must have been an all NBA and all defensive player the same season, proving complete impact. Hardware stacking, MVP, finals MVP, championships, and major accolades together get you a major boost. Cultural impact and showmanship, ability to captivate fans, elevate the league popularity, inspire the youth globally. Head-to-head greatness, record versus other elite players of your era matters. Losing to other stars in your prime counts against you. Franchise transformation. When you joined, did your team become a title contender or stay mediocre? Generational inspiration. How deeply did you inspired future generations and defined basketball for an era? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, I like that.
You like that? Okay.
Yeah.
According to.
Oh wait, no, you got to give us his top 10.
Oh yeah. What? So we want to make sure that your top 10 aligns with what we have here. What's your top 10? Go, James Kano. Can you write it down?
Yeah. Jordan, Bron, Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem. Magic. Shaq. Curry. Kobe. Tim Duncan.
You're missing one player. I got MJ. Oh, listen. I got MJ, Bron, Kareem, Hakeem, Olajuwon, Magic, Shaq, Curry, Kobe, Duncan. So that's 9.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So I guess you could put Bill Russell in there. Throw Bill Russell in there. Put him before Tim Duncan.
right, that's fine. It doesn't have to be completely in order. We just need to know the top 10. Okay, that's fine. All right, I got it, Lamont.
All right. Hold on, this still thing. Okay, so at number 10, you have Kevin Durant. And if you want the explanation as to why it put any of these players in any particular spot, just let me know. Because it breaks it all down into 7 bullet points for each player. At number 9, it gives you Shaquille O'Neal. At number 8, Tim Duncan. 7, Steph Curry. 6, Magic Johnson.
Yo, I'm good. Yo, where am I at? I'm good. I'm good.
At number 5, Kobe Bryant. At number 4, Michael Jordan.
Yo,
at number 3,
I'm finna delete the app.
At number 3, hold on. I'll tell you why it said Jordan at 4. You want me to read it? So
wait, Lamont, give it to him.
Finish the list first.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna read it. It says championship. It says championship dominance, 6 titles, 6 finals MVPs. It says but never faced elite parity after expansion diluted talent. 2-way greatness, defensive player of the year, and scoring champion the same season. Gives him a check there. It says hardware stack. Perfect 6 finals, but missed playoffs multiple years early. Showmanship, greatest marketing icon ever. Globalized the NBA. Head to head, lost repeatedly to Bird, Isaiah.
I knew that was gonna fuck him up. I knew it. I should have took that out the.
Okay, can I read? Okay, hold on. It says lost repeatedly to Bird, Isaiah, and other 80 stars in his prime athletic years. Franchise impact. Bulls stayed terrible until Pippen, Grant, and Phil Jackson arrived. Slow transformation. Inspiration. Defined 90s culture, sneakers, and competitiveness. It says penalized for slow team impact, early playoff failures, and weaker finals opposition. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is your number 3. Number 2 for you is Bill Russell. And at number 1, Dream Does Sports. Your GOAT is LeBron James. Championship dominance. Let me read it, y'all. Let me read it. It says championship dominance, 4 titles, 10 finals, best player in the world for 15 plus years, 2-way greatness, all NBA, all defense 5 times, elite rim protector, and playmaker in his prime, hardware stack, 4 MVPs, 4 finals MVPs, countless statistical milestones. Showmanship, global brand powerhouse, social leader in the face of modern basketball for 2 decades. Head-to-head, beat elite cores, Duncan, KD, Curry, Kawhi, Jokic in multiple eras. Franchise impact, turned every team, Cavs, Heat, Lakers, into contenders or champions within 2 seasons. Inspiration, inspired the player empowerment movement, longevity, culture, and global training evolution. Dominated longer against tougher opposition across more eras than anyone ever. It says by your framework, it says LeBron James is Dream Does Sports GOAT, not for just stats and longevity, but because he checks every box. Best player during title years, 2-way excellence, cultural leadership, franchise transformation across decades. And your GOAT is LeBron James. Unfortunately, I don't know why you put a lot of stuff in that I knew was going to ding Jordan. And so, again, you guys don't really think Jordan is the GOAT because these things are really your criteria. This is your real criteria. But
but before anybody gets upset, again, everybody's criteria we bring up here, it gives us a different list. It is not generic. It is predicated on your criteria. Because we just had Plato give us his criteria the other day, and guess what? He had Bill Russell as his GOAT because he went straight to the most championships as the best player. Again, has a chat GP.
Dream does. You want me to screenshot it and put it on the screen so people can see it?
Yeah, you could do that, but like at least give me credit though. Like my top 10 is really my top 10 based on criteria for the most part. Like
besides Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant's the only one that wasn't on your list.
Yeah, like my shit's low key close. Like
so I don't know if I heard. So
Akeem didn't make your top 10.
I don't know if I heard right, but did ChatGPT said Michael Jordan missed the playoffs multiple years in his early career?
No, he said that he lost.
He said he lost in the playoffs.
Okay.
Now, but that was my criteria. I said that, but I low key knew because they were bad for a while, and I saw he had a negative record.
Stop it. Because when I told you what it was going to happen, what did you tell me? I know Jordan's going to be my GOAT. I got my criteria. I ain't no rookie. Guess what, rookie? Guess what, rookie? You got to get the bags. You got to get the donuts. Now sit silent because we got other people here to talk because that was a great conversation by you. Thank you for being a good sport. But we got to move on to some other gentlemen here who are here to be impatient. Great job, Dream Dust. They're a great sport. Appreciate you for that one, though. We thank you for that one. But like we told you, man, LeBron's y'all GOAT, man. I don't understand why y'all don't even want to accept it, but it's all right. That's why we're here to clean up these streets.
Big Assassin is LeBron, is Jordan your GOAT?
Come on, bro. You already know that.
Big Assassin. What's your criteria that helps you come to that conclusion?
I'm gonna tell you. I don't do the criteria. I don't do the criterias and all that. What I do is how I judge it is simply off this. There's always somebody before you that you got to break those records. Let me give you an example. If you wanted to be the greatest home run hitter, you had to beat Hank Aaron. Didn't matter what era, you just had to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? And whoever done it, that's how you crowned it. So when I'm speaking on basketball, Jordan, he took away from Kareem because he had more accolades, he averaged more points, he had more championships as the best player. So, you know what I'm saying? He cleared him. Now it's up to whoever else to clear what Jordan did. And LeBron James, unfortunately, just wasn't able to clear it.
Can I what accolades did Jordan clear Kareem in other than scoring titles?
More first team all defense, because Kareem ain't got but 3.
But why is that?
I don't know why is it.
Because it wasn't created for his entire career.
But who has the most in general?
When was it created? What year was the all defensive team created? Can anybody ask?
1969.
Okay, so when did Kareem come?
1970.
Okay, then. So that's his whole fucking career. So that kills that shit.
But he has more than Jordan, though. He has more than Jordan.
No, he only has 3 first team all defensive.
But he has 11 total.
But he only has 3. Listen, like I said.
That's not more accolades than Jordan, though. That doesn't mean he has more accolades than Jordan.
You don't have the first team.
Defensives.
You don't have the first team.
You can't discount accolades. That's what you did. You can't discount accolades to give Jordan more accolades.
Yes, I can. When they second team, they ain't first team.
So that means Jordan does exactly. He only has Jordan because he's from Chicago, man. That's his
he don't have the first team.
No, hold on. But Big Assassin. I think the
second team is an accolade, sir.
I can't even get past my first point.
No, Big Assassin.
You lying.
No, Big Assassin. I think the confusion here is this:
you're too grown to be lying.
If you're gonna hand select the accolades, I get that, but don't say one player has more accolades, and then hand select which accolades you're gonna choose. Because accolades are only one. There's only one definition for accolades. They're accolades, whether it's first or second team. First team all defensive or second team all defensive. They're still accolades. So
okay, well, you can value the second and third.
I'm asking you. So what you can't do is you cannot say Jordan has more accolades, but then hand select that.
Can because these are first teams. We don't give a fuck about the second place shit, bro. Either you're first or you're not.
Okay, so
what happens when you got no place? Because Jordan got no place for some years, and Kareem got some. That's the point.
You don't have no place.
He did. Jordan had 5 seasons. He made no all defensive
when he wasn't making first team, he was making second. Shut the hell up.
No, he wasn't. He has no second team all defensive selections. Big Assassin.
Talking about in the Wizard years.
No, we're talking about the 5 years that he played outside of the 9 years he was on the first team. He played. Remember, it's 6 years. So he has 6 seasons without him being on the all defensive team.
Are you crazy?
That's not crazy, sir.
Are you crazy?
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Tell me your criteria. Hold on,
how when he got 9 first
Big Assassin. Hold on.
15 subtracted by 9 is 6, sir. That's 6,
bro.
He had 6 seasons without it.
But he missed 2 seasons, right?
Again, he doesn't have them. Kareem doesn't have that.
He missed 2 seasons, right?
Kareem has 11.
So that's not 6 years.
So Kareem has 6.
So
Kareem has 6 over 0 to Jordan. So he has more accolades.
Anyway, bro, he ain't played with 13 full season, bro. And he got 9 all defensive.
So that's
he got 11 all defensive. He got 11 all defense and 9 first team.
No, he doesn't have 11 all defensive teams, sir. Stop lying. He does not.
How many he got then? How many
he only has the 9. So that means he has 4 seasons
without. He has 11.
No, he does not.
He has 11.
No, he doesn't.
He has 11.
We gave him a chance. He's upset because we keep cooking them, bro. This is the best they can do. They can get disrupted.
Okay, so let's hear the rest of your criteria. Let's hear the rest of your criteria.
Like I said,
you don't have a criteria, Lamar. Let's ask him. Let's ask him the question to see how much of a sense Jeffrey is.
No. He asked me a question. Let me talk. Big mouth.
No. I think you made it easy. Let's just go down the checklist just so championships because we're gonna go down.
There's no checklist. There's no checklist. I said what he did was surpass the previous GOAT. He got more championships than him. No, they got the same amount. They got the same amount. They got the same amount of championships, but Jordan got more final MVPs. Kareem ain't got but 2, maybe 3. I think he only got 2. So like he got a bunch of Robert
who has more regular season MVPs? Okay, let's go to MVPs.
He got more MVPs.
So Kareem has more regular season MVPs, correct?
Kareem got more MVPs.
Okay, All-Star appearances. Who has more All-Star appearances?
Of course he do. He played more years.
Okay, so and then who has more all NBA selections?
Who got more All-Star MVPs?
I'm assuming if you count
Jordan
that, Jordan. Okay.
Jordan does. He can count that, Lamar, but we can't count all defensive selections.
Okay, so who has all defensive first team selections? They're both tied.
Jordan. I told you, nigga ain't got but 3.
Nah, he don't got. Kareem don't have as much as Jordan.
No. I'm looking at. No, he
first
doesn't.
Teams.
Okay,
you're talking about all NBA first teams. They tied at 10.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said all NBA first teams.
Yeah, they both tied at 10.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was talking about.
Okay,
all NBA first teams.
Okay, no, I thought you said all defense.
Because he wanted to separate first team from second, like other teams. So first teams they both have 10. Okay. So hold on. We go to overall all NBA selections. Who has more?
Oh yeah, of course.
Kareem has the
Kareem got more overall. Yeah, of course.
And defensive first team selections goes to Jordan 5 to 9.
Scoring titles 10 to how many?
Scoring titles goes to 10 to 2.
Okay,
but if you count the other titles,
Kareem got 3 rebound. Kareem got 3 rebound titles, I believe.
But Kareem has the rebounding and block titles. I don't think Jordan has either one of those.
No, Jordan. No, how many block titles do he have?
Okay, hold on. But Big Assassin. I'm just trying to go in order. Hold on, Big Assassin. Hold on. I'm just trying to go in order so we don't get all mixed up because you keep jumping.
Kareem has 4 block titles.
No, I don't even think he had 1.
No, he got 4 block titles.
He has 4 block titles. I'm looking at it.
He has 1. He has 1 rebounding title and 2 scoring titles. A total of
1. Okay. He got 1 rebounding title.
Yes.
And Jordan got 3 steal titles. And a deport.
Fake steal titles. Fake.
I don't give a damn if they fake or not. It's in the books.
It's fake.
It's in the books.
We don't count it like you don't count.
Argue with the NBA, my nigga.
We don't count it.
Argue with me.
Argue with you. I'm arguing with you because that's your criteria. I'm arguing with you.
NBA, my nigga.
The NBA counts all defensive teams.
That shit in the books.
So it's the all defensive teams. So it's the all defensive teams. So it's the all defensive teams. So it's the all defensive teams.
The steals is in the books.
And so is the all defensive teams.
Sorry.
I know, but so is the all defensive teams.
Sorry, my nigga. Yeah, but they second team.
Exactly. And they're fake steals.
We don't give a fuck about that shit.
And they're fake steals.
Yeah, but hold on.
Prove they fake.
Hold on, but Big Assassin.
I'm listening.
You too grown to be a liar.
You're good.
Hold on, Big Assassin. My question to you is this right here. Wouldn't defensive second teams, like for example, throughout NBA history, we've seen a plethora of players who can't even defend win steals titles. Yet, like Steph Curry and Magic Johnson. But yet you're willing to count steals titles. Wouldn't it make sense to count the defensive second teams is far more valuable than a steals title because it tells who's the better defender. So I think if you're going to be fair, it only makes sense to count the second teams if you're going to count something as frivolous as steal.
No, it don't.
You got to hear me out first. You got to hear me out. I said you got to count the second teams if you're going to count a metric as frivolous as steals, because we all know that anybody, even poor defenders like Iverson, Curry, and Magic Johnson, can win steals titles, and you're not even close to being an average defender.
Hold up. So you're going to tell me being able to get a steal, turning instant defense into instant offense, you don't value that?
No, what I value is
all of a sudden getting turnover
Big Assassin,
at a high rate. Don't nobody value
Big Assassin.
Man,
One thing, Big Assassin, just you got to hear me out before you just start crying. So this is
No,
you got
just
one thing.
because I don't
I know.
care to hear
I'm
the
trying. Hold
nonsense,
on. I'm one thing that I'm a defensive coach. I have the best defensive team in the country at my level. I think if anybody can talk about defense, it would be me. So one thing I know about steals is this: steals are recipient based, and the recipients of steals are typically the recipients of others' good defense. For example, the year that Iverson led the league in steals, look at the guys around him: Dikembe Mutombo, Aaron McKee, Eric Snow. Those were the elite defenders doing the heavy lifting that creates the deflections, that creates the disruptions, that allows Iverson to then get the steals. So the guys that are actually doing real defense, there's really nothing to credit the guys that are doing the heavy lifting on defense. So when Steph Curry led the league in steals, nobody with a brain is going to say that those steals were as valuable as Iggy or Draymond's defense or Andre Bogut's defense, because we know that those were the guys doing the heavy lifting on defense. His steals were a byproduct of others' great defense. That's how defense works, and that's what steals are. You collecting the ball is a byproduct of somebody else's great defense in most cases. So no, I'm just giving an explanation.
One question, bro.
Yeah,
okay,
what's your
I heard
question?
your explanation. Let me give one question. In 86, 87, when Jordan led the league in steals, who was on it? What was these great defensive players that he had?
I don't remember.
Please, because I can run down the lineup if you want me to.
Run it down.
It was Charles Oakley.
He's a great defender.
Sam Vincent.
He's a good defender, championship player. He's a championship guard.
Sam Vincent was a good defender.
Corzine
was a solid anchor.
Hey, you know what? Y'all can have it, dog.
Hold on, but you're mad that we know these. He's mad that we know these players.
He's mad that we know these players. We saw Chicago games. We ain't lie like you. We actually
y'all sit up here and call. What man? Y'all come
Let me ask you a question. So why did the Bulls have the number one defense?
Let me hear what y'all got to say
1988?
about this player.
So why did the Bulls have the number one defense in 1988?
Hold on. Hey, we talking about 86, 87.
I know that. Those are the same players on the team.
Hold on. Brad Sellers.
Brad Sellers was 7 foot and lengthy. Yes, he was a solid defender and a great rebounder.
Nigga averaged 5 fucking rebounds, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
He's a small forward, sir.
He's still 7 feet.
Sir, he is a small forward and he was a great rebounder.
Why is Jordan averaging more rebounds than this nigga then?
Because Jordan was also a great rebounder. Is there a problem with that?
No, it's a big problem. It's a big problem when you.
I mean, from what I understand, Jordan was a hustler on the boards. Well, from what I can tell, Jordan was hitting the glass.
Most definitely was. But what I'm saying is, this nigga 7 feet, and Jordan is leading the team in points, assists, steals, and blocks.
Again, just because Jordan is doing all that doesn't mean the other guys are not good defenders. Like Lamont said, these are things that Jordan is able to do because he has such great defenders around him.
He able to do it because he great.
Yeah, but we're not taking away from.
Able to do it.
Hold on, no, we're only talking about.
I'm taking away from Jordan because he's count fake blocks and steals. Both of them.
No,
all of them fake blocks and steals.
Yeah, but hold on, he's conflating.
That means he's not doing it. If he didn't do it,
did you count him?
Did you? Yes, I count him. Yes, I count him. I got him. Yes, I counted him.
How many did he have then?
I can tell you this right now.
How many did he have that year?
The Michael Jordan had that week in 87.
How many did he have that year?
In 87? Are you talking about 87?
Yeah, how many did he have?
Jordan had over 200 steals in 87.
No, you counted them. How many did he have?
No, I counted the games that I watched. I talk about the games that I watched, sir. You gotta remember, you don't watch the games. You just tell us you did, but we actually do it and show it on film. I told y'all it's a TikTok takeover, man. You can take that over there to them Jesse Jeffrey lives. They ain't working.
You ain't taking over shit, bro. You ain't doing
Okay, so hold on. Biggest asset.
You got permission to get exposed. Like I keep telling y'all, y'all should listen to your clan leaders and they say y'all don't come over here. Listen to your clan leaders. Listen to your clan leaders. They know better than you.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Big Shot. Save it, Big Shot. Let them save it because they need help, Lamont. This is what they're here for, Lamont.
Even if you take away all the steals from his home games, he still led everybody in steal.
Big, hold on. Let's just look so we don't talk about frivolous stuff. I don't care how many steals he accumulates. Hold on, if you let me finish, we can move past it. At the end of the day, in that season, I don't care how many steals you give him. You can double it for all I care. He's still not a better defender than Hakeem Olajuwon, who was robbed of the award. So at the end of the day, again, you guys, if you want to run to a statistical category like steals,
But see how you downplayed it?
no, I'm not downplaying it. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about is if we're talking, this all stems from either counting a defensive team selection, a second all NBA defensive team selection, versus Big Assassin wanting to count a steals title, and this all stemmed from what is indicative of a better defender, steals or being second team All NBA defense. To me, it's second team All NBA defense because we've seen throughout NBA history bad defenders win the steals title. You do not have to be a great or an elite or a good defender to win a steals title. You just have to be on a really good defensive team. That's why Steph Curry, Iverson, Magic Johnson, all these guys who we know cannot defend, can win it. So what category is more of a truth teller of who is the better defensive player, steals or who makes the all defensive team?
Good at playing the passing lane.
No, hold on. First of all, big shot. You see, this is the problem when y'all say stuff like that. It just tells me that y'all either never actually played. Like
I played
the way the game.
I played about 5 years old.
Okay, I get that y'all say y'all did all this stuff, but there's nobody who ever played organized basketball that's gonna say that your assignment on defense is to run around, sitting around, gambling and jumping in the passing lane, going for steals. That has never been good defense.
If you affected, that's good.
Hold on, Big Assassin. I mean, I guess if you want to say something low level like that, rock with it.
But it's low level then because
Big Assassin, please hold y'all it's hard for me to just, especially on the defensive side of the basketball, it's hard for me to hear low level basketball talk on that side. Use the low level talk other places. You can bounce and leave all you want, but at the end of the day, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop lying. Like gambling and jumping, it's a bad attribute to have. It's an indicator of a bad defender. That's why Iverson was a bad defender. That's why Curry was a bad defender. Right? That's why you guys call it's one of the reasons why jumping and gambling in the passing lanes is a bad defensive attribute. I don't want a defender that's going to compromise my entire team defense by jumping. This is one of the reasons why Jordan got cooked by his man in 1988, the year he won DPOY every single night. He only held one player that he defended 25 plus minutes under 10 points. One of the reasons why his man would always score a whole bunch of points.
We can see where your point you go.
No, my whole point is this. If you in 1988, Jordan did not stop anybody. He did not play good defense on one player he only played good defense one game of that season against Terry Teagle. He held him to 8 points. Outside of that, everybody scored close to 19 points a game on him. Stars scored 25 points a game on him. This is facts. So let me ask you a question. His defense that season was indicative of Austin Reeves, and we don't ever give Austin Reeves any grace on the defensive end. And I can pull up the numbers game by game to show you. So again, jump into as many passing lanes as you want. All you're going to do is compromise your defense and give up a whole bunch of points. How do we know this? Go look at the numbers of his DPOY season, of who he defended game by game. Don't look at steals. Go look at who he defended. I want you to explain to me how Doc Rivers dropped a 29-point triple-double on him. Tell me how Dale Ellis dropped 70% shooting, 30 points on him. I want you to tell me how Craig Elo could drop 24 and then Gerald Wilkins 24. I want you to tell me how all these players on a night-in and night-out basis could drop all these massive games shooting well over 50% from the field on him in his DPOY season, yet you guys think because he was collecting steals, he was a great defender. It's not a hallmark of a great defender. Guys who get steals, it's just a byproduct of the great defenders around you. If you want to see the numbers, I can show you.
Question.
You guys don't know the game, bro. Bro,
question, FYF. When did LeBron become? What year did LeBron become your GOAT, and why?
I have Jordan as the GOAT.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Next question.
I thought you had LeBron as GOAT the whole time.
Unfortunately, I don't. Next question.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's move on. Let's move on to what we're doing.
It's a TikTok takeover. All zesties and bars.
FYF, the next question is.
Because James, you had a statement, and I just told you, I gave you mine, and you never answered back.
What was that, sir? I'm listening.
when you were talking about the steals. I said, so even if you take all of his steals, he still led the league from his home games.
How many steals was that to lead the league?
Listen, you're the one complaining about the extra stats that they were.
I'm just saying Jordan got fake steals. That's all I'm saying. Jordan got fake steals.
Listen. So I'm telling you, even if you take them all his home game steals away, he still leads the league in steals.
Again, what was that? What was that number then? Did you give it to me? I don't mind you telling me that. Did you feel that way? I never took away Jordan steals titles. I don't take away Jordan. I didn't take away Jordan steals titles. Listen, Big Shot.
I don't have the
He was the one.
But my point is factual.
Okay, listen. I didn't say you were lying there. What I'm telling you is that Big Assassin came up here picking and choosing what accolades he wanted to recognize.
Oh yeah, but I didn't say I agree with that. I was just talking about what.
But I've always told people we don't never take Jordan's stats away from him. We always count Jordan's stats. We just tell you it's not enough. It's still not enough. Even with his 3 steals titles, he don't have more accolades than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That was a fabrication by Big Assassin there. That's the problem. So again, yeah, Jordan got his 3 steals titles. Jordan got his 2,500 steals for his NBA career. Nobody taking that from him, but I can keep telling you, it's still not enough. It's not enough.
FYF, why do you have Jordan as your goal over LeBron? I'm just curious.
Let's go through. I think you were going through everybody's
criteria. My criteria does it.
What would LeBron have to do to be the greatest of all time over Jordan? What would he actually have to do?
Do more things that would impact my criteria.
What is that?
I mean, I've done my criteria a million times over. I want to hear other people's criteria. If once we get through everybody else's criteria, if y'all really want to hear mine's again, we'll go through it again. Like for example, we can trade. Hold on, we can trade. Hold on, we can do this. We can trade criteria. Tell me your criteria that makes Jordan a GOAT.
Mine.
But Jalen said he had LeBron as the GOAT. No,
I have Jordan as the greatest, and then LeBron as the best. But what my criteria is championships number one because I'm going by accomplishments. I think that when you have, I think LeBron's competition was harder in the finals, but when you have 6-0, I just think that trumps it. Just like
okay, so you don't have to explain it unless you want to give context. I'm just gonna put it into my algorithm. What is your criteria? You said championships.
Amongst other things, but championships is the biggest.
And then what else? Okay, so championships is ways the
biggest, not the only, but the biggest.
Okay. What else do you have?
Finals MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
and then dominance of the game, or impact.
Okay. Any context you want me to layer with that? No. Okay, what else you got?
And sustainability.
Any context you want me to put there?
Sustainability as far as no, go ahead. Just leave it at that.
Okay. I mean, you probably should put something with that.
Look at this. I'm about to block you. Y'all coming over here telling people to go to other people's lives. Go to other people's lives. Don't come over here trying to steal people that's watching us because you got, man, you know what, boy, you zesties are something else. Boy, I tell you, boy.
And he's doing it for Plato out of all people.
Hold on. You got sustainability. What else you got?
Yeah. I think that should be it for the majorities.
And can you give GOAT James Kingdom your top 10?
My top 10 of all time?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, LeBron James. Number 3, Kareem. Number 4, I'd say number 4, Magic. Number 5, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 6, Larry Bird. Number 7, Kobe Bryant. Number 8, Bill Russell. Number 9, Wilt Chamberlain. And number 10, Hakeem.
Okay, so I got Jordan, Bron, Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Bird, Kobe, Bill, Wilt, Hakeem.
I'm sorry. So please switch out Kobe with Bird. Yeah, and that'll be it.
Yeah, no, Bird is in front of Kobe. He's
no. I want Kobe to be in front of Bird. That's what I meant.
Okay, the 6. Okay, that's fine.
I messed up on that.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
And this is Jalen talking, correct? I want to get the name.
Yes.
This is Jalen talking.
Yes.
Okay, so
Who came up in here saying LeBron was his GOAT. Now he switched up on me.
So
I never said LeBron was
you.
my GOAT. I said I loved LeBron. I never said he was my GOAT.
I'm going to summarize your criteria first. It says championships, and it says weighs the heaviest. Winning matters most. Being the best player on a title team and doing it repeatedly outweighs stats alone. Supporting cast and difficulty of path matter for context. It says finals MVPs. Recognizes who drove championship success. Dominance of the game. Impact. How much the player controlled their era stylistically, statistically. Includes how league or opponents were forced to adapt to them. And then sustainability. Longevity at or near the top level, including durability, late career productivity, and the ability to evolve and dominate across eras, systems, and teammates. And so at number 10, it gives you Shaq. At number 9, Kobe. At number 8, Tim Duncan. At number 7, Larry Bird. At number 6, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At number 5, Michael Jordan. At number 4, Magic Johnson. At number 3, Bill Russell. At number 2, Steph Curry.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why I put Steph here. It says four-time champion, one-time Finals MVP, two-time MVP, unanimous. Curry redefined basketball geometry. His shooting changed the game more than anyone since Wilt. Though he has fewer titles than Jordan or Russell, his combination of championships, impact, and sustained efficiency into his mid-30s give him a major push. He's the offensive system, not just a player. And at number 1, you have LeBron James. It says under Jalen's criteria, LeBron edges everyone. Championships context. His 4 rings came in three different franchises as the undisputed number 1. Each title run required overcoming elite teams. Finals MVPs. Every championship he won, he was clearly the best player. Even in finals losses, he would often led both teams in points, rebounds, and assists. Dominance and impact controlled 2 decades of NBA basketball, from Miami Heat super team era to the modern load management era as both scorer and playmaker. And sustainability. The longest sustained prime in NBA history, all NBA level play from 2005 to 2025 with 20 straight seasons of elite production, no major decline, and breaking every major record, longevity record. LeBron's unmatched combination of title, leadership, MVP hardware, all-time statistical dominance, and a 2-decade relevance under the heaviest weights of championships secures his place as the definitive GOAT under this system.
Okay, well, a couple things. I don't agree with the list per se, but I literally said that my biggest criteria was finals and then finals MVPs. So by that saying, Bill Russell should be first on that list.
You said
on that list.
Hold on. What you told me was what I typed in was championships weigh the heaviest.
Yes, and then finals MVPs weigh the next heaviest.
Okay,
so by that criteria,
according to the system, it gave championships, it weighted it at 35%. It gave finals MVPs 20%. It gave dominance of the game 20%, and it gave sustainability 25%. So in this criteria, it still gave finals MVPs the second highest weight and championships the highest weight. This is
no. Sustainability was the second highest weight, 25%. You just said finals MVPs was 20%.
Oh yeah. So you want me to change that?
Yeah, but as far as I think, it's not even finals MVPs isn't even 20%. It's up there with around 30, close to 30.
Okay, so finals MVPs should be what percentage?
Around 30 to 35%.
Around 30 to 35%. And is there anything that should be lower?
Read the last four. How's that?
Your criteria was championships, finals MVPs, dominance of the game, and sustainability.
Sustainability should be around 15%.
Okay, and then redo. Okay, so I'm gonna have it redo. Then
championship should be around 50, in my opinion. 50 to 60, in my opinion.
Okay, so championship should be around 50 to 60. Hold on, let me type that in.
Yeah.
Okay, and titles around 50 to 60%.
All right, and then it probably should give Bill Russell at the top, and then
we'll find out. We'll find out here. So it says championships 50 for 60%, finals MVPs 30 to 35%, sustainability. Yep. So this is the version 2 of your criteria, and so what it does is it has Shaq, Kobe, Bird, Duncan, Kareem, Jordan still at 5, Magic at 4, Bill Russell at 3, still has Steph Curry at 2, and LeBron James at 1. So it says, so LeBron James with championships at 50 to 60%, on 4 titles in 3 cities, all is the top option. Finals MVPs at 35%, every championship he won. He was the clear best player, even in losses. He dominated finals to an unprecedented statistical level. Sustainability now at 15%, 21 years of elite play, still producing. It says the clincher. Even in this new system, it says the clincher. Unlike Jordan, LeBron's finals losses came largely against superior super teams, yet consistently kept weaker rosters in contention. Every championship he won required carrying an entire organization to historic levels. Under Jalen's formula, LeBron's balance of championship leadership and finals dominance, plus endurance, secures him as the definitive GOAT.
That doesn't make sense for my criteria to match up with that because Bill Russell's still not in the top 3, which makes no sense.
Bill Russell's 3.
Hold on. Why is he getting? Hold on.
Hold on. Bill Russell. Bob, I'll come to you next. Bill Russell is now 3 with this criteria. I just said that.
Okay. So I forgot that. So even with that being said, it seems like it doesn't make sense because they're still holding the context of
Jalen. You can literally ask it any question. What question do you want me to ask it?
It's holding the hardship of the finals very close to the finals itself as winning ship.
To the finals itself, okay?
Yes, which is not what I want because I don't believe that.
Is not what I want.
Chips are the most important thing, period.
Jalen says
the amount of chips is what you're trying to say. The amount, not just chips.
The amount of chips is the most important thing.
He's trying to say the amount of chips is the most important thing.
Yes. Important.
Watch it bring up LeBron again. I guarantee it.
No, it's not. It's just going to give me his thoughts.
It's not, sir.
So it says.
Plato's this guy as Bill Russell as to go. Everybody's criteria is different. It end up being LeBron because you guys actually appreciate greatness, and you guys name LeBron as your GOAT by your criteria.
So what it does now is it talks about the strengths and weaknesses of this. It says this gives clarity. It says you're measuring greatness by tangible, objective results, winning championships. It eliminates narrative bias. No more over-crediting someone for almost winning. It said it aligns with how
FYF.
I'm reading, please. Please hold. It aligns with how players historically view greatness. It says the weaknesses. It says this can undervalue context. For instance, Bill Russell's 11 rings came in an 8 to 10 team league with fewer playoff rounds, while LeBron faced 30-team competition, salary caps plus free agents.
Why aren't you just reading the list?
Oh, no, there's no list. I'm just literally reading there's no new list.
No. Why didn't it generate a new list? That's
can I read it? Can I read?
He put in what you asked it. You asked it why didn't it value that, and it's telling you.
It just says it can over reward role players on dynasties if not balanced by finals MVPs, leadership weight, which is why Jalen keeps that smaller secondary metric. It says, so it tells you, it says it actually gives you a recommendation on how to balance this. It says you should treat titles as absolute, right? They define tiers, then use finals MVPs and sustainability to order players within those tiers. It says, so Russell 11 stays top tier for most titles. Jordan 6 stays elite for most titles. LeBron's 4 climbs higher due to unmatched finals due to unmatched dominance. And then it says it just gives a quote: winning first, finals performance next, longevity last. So it says, if you like, I can rebuild a top 10 with this new
yes logic. please rebuild the top 10 with that.
Yes.
And it seems like it's really biasing LeBron.
Can I
which
ask
is
my
weird.
question? Can I ask my question?
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead, big. This is and we gotta keep money flying after.
FYF, you literally just said in that reading that it said that LeBron James faced super teams in his finals. He only did that in two out of the 6 years he lost.
Did he face super teams in the finals? Yes or no?
2 out of the 6 years he lost.
Did he face
you're making
super?
It seem like he did.
It's not me. ChatGPT said this. You act like he didn't. All I'm saying, it did not say he faced them. All it said was he faced super teams in the finals. Did he face super teams in the finals? Yes or no? Yes. That's all we need to know. I mean, everything's not a counting ranking.
Not every year. 2011 definitely wasn't a super team.
It wasn't about if he did it every year. Okay, so your new ranking with this criteria. So it says GOAT ranking, Jalen's criteria, that calls this your final form criteria. All right. Mm-hmm. It has Shaq at 10, Kobe at 9, Bird at 8, Duncan at 7, Kareem at 6. Steph is now dropped to 5. Bill Russell is now dropped to 4. Magic is at 3. Jordan is now at 2, but LeBron is still at 1.
And that's the problem with that. Yeah, this is becoming biased because of two things. If I said make finals first and finals MVP second, and that's the majority percentage,
I'll read why. That way we can figure out what's going on. Something's going haywire because what you're doing is you're trying to get an intended output, and that output ain't looking right. So I'm showing that it's biased. So we just need to ask it. Why is Jordan not number 1? Because that's what you want.
No. Do this, Lamont. Rank. Lamont, tell him to rank championships by the most championships. Rank the MVPs, finals MVPs by the most finals MVPs.
That's how it should be.
A new top 10.
That's how it should be.
Okay. That's not what you said, but that's not what you said. So you got to be very precise.
Okay, that makes sense because
hold on. What do you say, Go James? What do you say?
Say to value championships as the most championships. The most, it gives it the most weight. Whoever holds the most championships holds the most weight, no matter what. No context needed.
Exactly.
Second, finals MVPs, the most finals MVPs. He wants to see if he can make Bill Russell the GOAT like Plato did last week or 2 weeks ago.
Because it seems like if I said specifically, hey, the percentage should be 50, then that means it should automatically have Jordan over LeBron because he has more championships.
This chat GPT has logic. It understands that you're not just trying to narrow it down.
So with that
but
criteria,
since you are narrowing it down, it's gonna make fun of you.
So we've done another form of his criteria, so we can get an intended result. So what we have now is we now have Kobe at 10, Shaq at 9, Bird at 8, Tim Duncan at 7, Kareem at 6, Magic at 5, Jordan at 4. No, my bad. Steph Curry at 4. I looked at it wrong. Jordan at 3. LeBron James at 2. And Bill Russell is now your GOAT.
There you go. Bill Russell.
And then what it says right here. It says why Russell is number 1 under this ultimate formula. 11 championships, the foundation. Led by the Celtics dynasty, best player, captain. 5 MVPs in an era before finals MVPs were given. So I think it counted his MVPs as what finals MVPs would be since the finals MVP award didn't exist. Because I think that's what hurt you as well with Bill Russell, where you put finals MVPs as your second highest criteria.
I'm not worried about Bill Russell.
Oh, okay,
it's about Jordan being under LeBron because
hold on. So
it's all about Jordan and LeBron. You know that.
So that's what I asked you before. I said, should I just ask it why Jordan is so low, since it seems like your intended result, which is putting Jordan over LeBron, is not working.
It doesn't make sense.
You're right. It doesn't.
ChatGPT makes a lot of sense. It thinks better than you said.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just ask it. Let me just ask it the magic question. Since you guys want to, all you got to do is just use your.
Why is LeBron better than Jordan? Why are you putting LeBron ahead of Jordan?
Why in this criteria is LeBron still?
When we specifically said that championships go by most.
It's still counting the stability and the other.
It says Jalen's logic formula. So it says this formula doesn't only reward total championships. It also
That's what we asked it to.
Okay, so I'm just reading it.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
You didn't even let me finish what I was saying. It said it rewards. It said according to this formula, it rewards those who led. It said rewards who led those championships, and to a smaller extent who stayed great long enough to keep doing it. So even though Jordan has more titles,
that makes no sense, bro. It's literally adding in this stuff.
Okay, can I finish reading? So even though Jordan has more titles, 6-4, because you do have other elements of your criteria, when you plug in numbers, right? When you plug those numbers into a 65, 25, 10 weighing model, LeBron James mathematically outscores Jordan because of 100% Finals MVP conversion rate, longer elite career, and a wider leadership footprint across franchises and eras. So that's what it says.
That's stability, sir.
But
that's
the problem is,
hold on. The problem is you said sustainability. And I told you, hold on. I told him before, I said, you need to define sustainability. And you said, you know what? I'm fine with that. I said, you need to define sustainability.
I am fine with that, but the problem is...
No, you're not fine with it because you keep getting mad at the results. At the end of the day, what you now have to do is, I told you need to play around with these...
Jordan's not your goal.
Look, hold on. That means you don't truly believe in sustainability because sustainability keeps dropping Jordan below LeBron. So you don't.
No,
truly
I said
believe
I
in
have
it.
championships over it. That means you must.
It doesn't matter. It just said mathematically.
It has to include it. You can have it over it, but it still has to include it. It still includes it. He has it over Jordan. That's something Jordan doesn't have. And Jordan's championships is not enough to just be superior.
He does have sustainability.
He does. Not more than LeBron.
Not more than LeBron compared
but he
to
has
the
more
winning.
championships with way more. It's just like a final exam.
Hold on.
The final exam is worth.
The winning that winning that Jordan has over LeBron is not bigger than LeBron's sustainability and the other aspect. The other 40% that you want to add, LeBron James has that way much more than Jordan.
Let me ask you a question. If I had sustainability at 1%. What's Jordan still be number 2? Answer that question.
Oh man, you didn't have it at 1%. Hold on. So
no, we're gonna move on from you because we didn't ask you to come up with a fake criteria. We told you to bring your criteria that had Jordan as a goal, and as we clearly see, Jesse Jeffries don't have.
You have to move your criteria around just to get Jordan up there.
Exactly.
Hold on.
So I wasn't detailed enough.
No, what you did was what you've done is first you keep moving the percentages around just to find a way to get Jordan over LeBron. We got Bill Russell to number 1 for you. You're playing around with numbers. This is called. You know what that's called doing? It's called cheating.
That's called Jordan's career is not enough. No, that's called Jordan's career is not enough. That's what that means. Jordan's career is not enough.
Hold on. He gave me the mathematical. According to his formula, he gave me the mathematical breakdown. So I'll read the mathematical breakdown for him. So let me read this. Hold on. Damn, they complicated this.
And it's like
we don't know that complicated, but Jordan's not enough. Lamar, you got to make things up. You got to be. These
ChatGPT can be biased, absolutely biased.
It's not biased. It's the most unbiased system.
Then erase the memory. Then erase the memory and do it. I dare you to erase the memory and do it. I dare you. I bet you won't.
Why are we gonna erase them?
Hold on. Go James. First of all, I can. First of all, I can literally ask it. Did you use it? This solely was based on your criteria, not a memory. So at the end of the day, it's only taking what you told it to do.
That's not true. That's not how ChatGPT works at all.
That is how it works.
It can actually take what it can actually help bias.
Hold on. Let's just ask it. Let's just ask it.
God.
Okay. No. Let's just ask it. Did you use your memory of past conversations for this criteria? Let me just ask it.
Watch him say no, and then he'll prove his point.
No, but because hold on. First of all,
so now the robot can't answer.
The robot's gonna lie. So now robots are gonna lie. Now
they can lie. They literally can lie. They will bias you. That's
oh my God. Hold on, Jalen. Just hold on. When we mute you, it's because we're trying to ask. We're trying to get to the question that you're asking. So hold on. Did you?
Let him talk. Got it.
Okay, he's the co-host. Retard. Come on.
I'm the co-host. I'm the co-host. Go James Kingdom. Write it down. Take a
picture. Hold on. Did you use past memories or conversations? I know. I mean, you do need chat validation to feel better. I mean, because you're not doing too well up here.
Exactly.
Did you
Welcome
use
to
past
FYF.
memories or conversations?
Of course, it's your cult up here. That's why.
I mean, I guess if you call it a cult. Can you please stay on mute? Tell stay silent.
See, that's why I be kicking them. That's why I be kicking them. Because they don't know how to act, man.
Did you use past memories or conversations to formulate Jalen's top 10?
He'll say no, and then you'll have your answer right.
What? Hold on. How do you know it's going to say no? Because you
want it to say no. It's biased. Erase the memory, then do it. I dare you.
You can.
He said erase the memory. He said he wants you to erase the memory.
Hold on. These guys are dumb. Hold on. This is how you. This is how you.
ChatGPT.
No, hold on. This is how you know. This is how dumb they are. They think ChatGPT. This is how it operates. Like you just go in and delete. Like has a memory bank. Like the ChatGPT. The only version that works off a memory function is the free version. The free version works off stored data because it doesn't have the ability to search the internet. Any higher model, Jalen, that can search the internet or use something called plugins to access Basketball Reference, to access encyclopedias, to access other websites. Because what other websites did not want ChatGPT doing something.
How much did you pay for
ChatGPT?
Hold on,
please hold on and listen. How about y'all shut up and listen before y'all yell? So there's something called crawling websites. So this is what happens. The other websites did not want ChatGPT doing something called crawling their website. So what they did was they created something called plugins. It's only a different topic because you don't understand. You started talking about ChatGPT and the algorithm and the science behind it, yet you don't know what's going on. I am in the computer engineering. So first of all, if you're dumb enough to say it's about erasing a memory if you've even had ChatGPT, you can only do that on the free version. Then that's why you need to just stop talking.
I've done it with the $20 version.
Okay, so hold on. Let me read what it says.
He said erase the memory. We're not erasing no memory. We're not doing none of that. It's not my fault. Jordan's not your GOAT and his career's not enough.
Okay, so hold on. They just trying to create confusion. So it says right here. It says
exactly. We let another Zesty Jeffrey up after this.
Let's do my criteria.
It says Jalen's top 10 is exactly what happens when a man who averaged career 14 points a game starts building a GOAT list like he's in an AAU barbershop instead of ESPN studios. Like at the end of the day, bro, it's just gonna roast you. It says Jalen's GOAT math is like his defense. It's just gonna roast you because it's basically telling you to say that this is your criteria is factually based on things that we've said in the past is dumb. Because if he's used objective criteria like championships, there's nothing that I can type in that changes Bill Russell's 11 championships. There's nothing that I can type in that change. So at the end of the day, it sounds dumb to like you want the algorithm to erase basketball history just so you can get Jordan somewhere. You change your criteria for it. First of all, he came up here and said, I have a criteria. If you have a criteria, you would have stood on it instead of changing it 5 times. So you don't have a criteria because you came up here and changed it 5 times. So let's hear Big Shot's criteria and let's see if
before you do that, Lamar, you got some members here that's been very patient. They want to get their take and they've heard a lot. Big Shot, please, if you can wait, bro. We have King Money Fly here.
No big deal. I'm good.
Yeah. Big King Money Fly was very patient. He's a member of FYF Sports. He deserves the right to speak. Go ahead, King Money Fly. I know you can't wait to speak. Go ahead, brother.
I'm loving it, man. I can sit back. I'm loving this show, man. Like, it's just let you know how their criteria is not solid. It contradicts everything they be saying. But either you can do my ChatGPT or you can go to somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really tripping. I'm enjoying the show right now. I think it's laughable. Everybody keep crying about when it comes back, but they say erase the memory. Man, that's a classic, bro. I ain't gonna never forget that.
Lamont, you actually asked ChatGPT to roast me. You did, didn't you?
It's on King Money Fly.
No, why you just real quick, Jay? Why you just keep coming up here blurting out shit like this is your live? I've been over here almost damn near an hour and haven't said nothing.
Shut up.
No, you shut up with your bullshit criteria.
Shut up.
Now you got to. You could disrespect Johnny to a certain degree because I could take some blows, but you're not gonna disrespect people who actually pay Lamont to be here. So go ahead, one boy.
He good, man. I just wanted the dudes that's always coming up here just being mad rude. You got kicked off because of your bullshit criteria and you couldn't shut up. This ain't your live. You a guest. You ain't gonna do this at nobody's house, be disrespectful, because you're gonna get kicked out or punched on. So cut, don't do that when you come here.
What?
Again, yeah, we got subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all call them a cult, whatever you want to. We're real content creators. Lamar has been doing this for a long time. You guys need to follow us on all other platforms. This is the TikTok takeover by FYF and GJK. Y'all have been talking lies well too long on TikTok. Now we come to destroy all of it. And it's going to be recorded and put on YouTube for over 100, but it's really 200,000, right? Lamar, 200,000 subscribers between both of our channels.
Oh yeah, well over.
And so we just gonna have some fun with you, Zesty Jeffries, because you got two choices when you come up here. You talk basketball or you get exposed. It's really your choice.
And real quick, Lamont, hey Johnny, none of these Jordan fans up here have the film in their criteria.
You said the film.
So yeah, meaning that whatever y'all say about Jordan, we don't see it in the film when we go watch the games. But go ahead, Big Shot. You want to take your chance with Chat GPT and see what it spits out for you? Just give us your criteria and be, like I said, be precise, be concise, because it's not gonna think like you. It's gonna think logically. So you gotta tell it exactly how you want it to think. You understand?
I know how it works.
Okay, that's all we just need.
Okay, so
I'll be specific, man.
Right.
That's all we just need.
So my first part of my criteria is championship impact, winning at the highest level, and let me give you some detail into it. How central the player was in translating to success and championship culture, and did their leadership and mentality and performance directly translate into winning titles.
Interesting.
Okay, so what's next?
Killer instinct and competitive mentality.
Nothing that can be gauged.
Listen,
Nothing that can be measured.
Let me finish.
Now go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna be quiet.
Let me finish. Okay, let me explain why that's in there.
No, you don't have to explain why. Just you got to tell us the nuances of it. Because
I'm about to tell you the nuances.
Big Shot. Hold on, Big Shot. Before you say that, the only thing you have to explain is to Chat GPT so that it understands you. We right here, we dumb. We not as smart as a robot. So don't pay attention to nobody else. Don't pay attention to nobody else here. Yeah, just tell Lamont exactly whatever nuances you want. That's fine, but just make sure you're concise and give him a chance to type it as well. So go ahead, brother.
I'll take my time. I'll repeat it. Killer instinct and competitive mentality, and my nuances are how relentless and uncomparingly was the player to the win, and did they elevate teammates through intensity or examples of leadership?
Okay. What else?
Number 3 is era and dominance. My nuances is, did they clearly dominate their era and define an entire decade? Were the standards what the standards measured by?
All
right. Number 4, two-way greatness. Were they impacted on both sides of the ball on the floor in their championship runs?
On both ends in title runs?
Yep.
Okay.
The next one is skill mastery and basketball IQ. My nuance is, could they adapt their game, read defenses, and make winning plays under pressure?
Okay.
And lastly is legacy, influence, and consistency.
All right. What is your top 10?
Can you see it? Or I'm going to read it out to you.
Just read it.
Just read it. All right. Number 1 is Michael Jordan. Number 2 is Kobe Bryant. Number 3 is Magic Johnson. Number 4 is Tim Duncan. Number 5 is LeBron James. Number 6 is Kareem. Number 7 is Hakeem. 8 is Bird. 9 is Curry. And 10 is Shaq.
All right. So we got your list. All right, hold on. So at number 10, you got. Hold on, my screen is not loading. So at number 10, you got Kobe Bryant. And if you want to hear like an explanation for any player and why they landed where, just let me know and I'll read it.
Oh, I want you to finish.
All right. So at number 10. Oh, let me do your summary of your criteria first to make sure we have your criteria right, all right? So it says your core pillars, and that's what it calls it. It says championship impact centrality. Were you the reason your team won? It says killer instinct and leadership. Did you elevate teammates through competitive fire or accountability? Era dominance and definition. Did you define a decade and force the league to adapt to you? Two-way greatness. Did you control both ends of the floor during title runs? Skill, mastery, and IQ. Could you adapt and win through intelligence, not just talent? And then legacy, influence, and consistency. Did your impact last and inspire generations? Does that sound about right?
No, because you literally changed half of my.
No, it's just summarized it. I can.
No, but that's like your skill and mastery. That is not what I said.
Okay, so did you say legacy, influence, and consistency, correct?
Yes, that was my last one, yes.
Okay, so skill and mastery, and you said skill, mastery, and IQ. So it summarized it as, could you adapt and win through intelligence, not just talent? What did you mean if that's not what it meant? Just tell me. Just tell me. Because
I said,
could you adapt though? You did say something about adapt.
I did say adapt. I said, could you adapt their game, read defenses, and make winning plays under pressure?
That's kind of the same, but all right.
No, it's not kind of the same.
That's not.
Is that what you typed in though, Lamont? Before it summarized?
Yes. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly what I typed in. Hold on. I'll go back to what I typed in exactly. So I said under skill and mastery, it says I put skill and mastery and basketball IQ. Could they adapt their game and make winning plays under pressure?
No, you got to put read defenses. Yeah, you didn't put read defenses.
Okay, so hold on. Skill and mastery needs to be, and he said, so you said make winning plays under pressure.
And can you read defenses?
Under pressure and read defenses. I mean, I thought that would fall under IQ, but I guess
just go ahead and finish it. Just go ahead and finish what you.
No.
I want you to finish doing what you were doing because I already know how this is going to end.
Okay, so we got skill and mastery.
Oh, I do.
I'm sure.
So we got skill and mastery.
So Big Shot, if it doesn't go exactly how you think it might go, what is your response going to be?
I'm gonna wait till he finishes till I speak. I want him to finish.
Yeah, maybe it's not how it's supposed to be. It had Kobe 10th.
Okay, so I'll read the criteria again. So skill and mastery, it now says how consistently you could.
If I just gonna read the list.
Okay, now I want your criteria to be right because if it's not right,
just go ahead and read the list.
I am. You got to hold. This is how we do it. We read your criteria. So it says skill and mastery. How consistently could you make winning plays under pressure? Did you read defenses like a chess player and adapt when your plan failed? So it kind of added something in, but I guess it's similar. Then it says legacy, influence, and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Did your leadership, mentality, and consistency shape basketball culture long after your career ended? Were you reliable in big moments year after year? Okay. So at number 10, So now that I've made that change, now it's changed your number 10. So now it says number 10 for you is Akeem Olajuwon. At number 9, Larry Bird. At number 8, Tim Duncan. 7, Shaquille O'Neal. 6, Kobe Bryant. 5, Bill Russell. 4, Magic Johnson. 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At number 2, you have Michael Jordan. And then number 1, you have LeBron James. And it says championship impact. It says the sole engine of every title he's won, brought 3 franchises to championships, all as their best player. It says leadership and killer instinct. Intelligent alpha leads through IQ, preparation, communication, and example. Transform teammate standards. And it gives examples, AD, Kyrie, and Bosh. It says era dominance. Own the 2010s and the 2020s. 10 finals in 11 years. Survived every stylistic evolution. Two-way greatness. Defensive stopper in his prime. Guarded 1 through 5. Still elite playmaker and scorer at age 40. Skill, mastery, and IQ. The most advanced basketball mind in history. Reads defenses like a quarterback. Dissects double teams instantly. And consistently makes the right winning play under pressure. It says legacy, 20 plus years of GOAT level play, longevity, impact, and adaptability unmatched in any era. Changed player empowerment, the economics of stars, and redefined leadership. It says in the summary, LeBron James is the total basketball organism. Leadership, intellect, adaptability, and performance under pressure all in one. He's mastered every archetype: scorer, facilitator, defender, post player, floor general, and stayed at the top longer than anyone in NBA history. It says, under this framework, LeBron James is the greatest basketball mind and leader ever. He doesn't just win, he creates winning everywhere he goes. And so let me read for Jordan as well. So let me see why it says Jordan.
Yes, go ahead and read for Jordan.
So it says Jordan, championship impact. Defined championship DNA, all 6 rings through him. Leadership and killer instinct. GOAT level competitiveness. Willed teams to win through intensity and fear. Era dominance. Owned the entire 90s. Became the global symbol of basketball dominance. Two-way greatness. DPOY winner. Relentless scorer. Elite late game defender. Skill and mastery. That's how you know it's not listening to anything I said. If it says elite late game defender. Skill, mastery, and IQ. Read defenders like prey, surgical precision under pressure, never folded in crunch time. Legacy. The most globally impactful athlete of all time. Immortal cultural figure. It says, why not number 1? The reason why it dings Michael Jordan, it says, retired twice during his prime. Broke continuity of dominance. Leadership style, while effective, often alienated teammates. Shorter window of sustained greatness versus LeBron's 20 plus. It says summary, the greatest competitor ever, perfect peak, but longevity, adaptability, and leadership style fall short of number 1 under his own criteria. I think
you done? Can I speak now?
I believe, yeah, I'll let you go here in a second.
Can I speak now? All right. So
yeah, I'll let you go in a second.
Go ahead.
I said, I believe where your criteria did Jordan a disservice, the leadership and killer instinct. I don't think that was a necessary category. I think you just do Jordan a disservice because his leadership, I believe his leadership can be viewed in a multitude of ways. Obviously, a lot of his teammates don't have a lot good to say about it, but his teammates do like the results. So if you're talking about the leadership in and of itself, it's not teammate friendly. It does get the job done. It gave him credit for killer instinct.
Can I speak now?
When you go to skill, mastery, and IQ, yes, Jordan is 1,000. Jordan is 1,000% one of the greatest basketball minds. But I think one of the problems is I think LeBron is often looked at as the greatest basketball mind in NBA history. And then when you go to legacy, I mean, the problem with legacy is, yeah, Jordan has a hell of a legacy, but LeBron's like sustained legacy is just when you're thinking about it from the sake of a computer, like how do you make sense of a shorter career with 2 retirements and that legacy being the same as somebody with the longest sustained dominance in NBA history? And so I think if you break it down fairly, I think your criteria, especially towards the end, started to give a lot of extra credit to LeBron James, and especially towards his longevity. But that was your criteria that did that.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
Can I speak? All right. So first of all, this whole list and criteria, I got off ChatGPT.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I got this whole list. The whole list was made from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
From the criteria that ChatGPT gave me to make this list. Okay. So I know exactly what you're doing to keep LeBron ahead in all these conversations. I tell you what you can do for me is I know you're able to put your screen live on the thing. Why don't you type in what people are saying live on the screen?
I can. Here, let's see.
I you're going to have an excuse after you put your criteria.
No, because hold on. Listen. I let him talk. I let him talk. I let him get it all out. All I'm saying is I did this on purpose.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna share my screen.
I bet you did.
I did this on purpose. Because
he set the
there
trap.
There is no way you're putting everything everybody's saying in.
Yeah. Okay. So since he said that, y'all, let's just show him.
May I?
Let me finish. I let you finish. Let me
finish. Please, Bob, please.
My name ain't Bob.
Yeah, whatever it is. Okay, your voice is so high pitched. Hold on, we're just gonna share my screen. Hold on, hold on, please. You said I'm doing something crafty, so let's just share my screen. So hold on, let me put this in front.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Okay, then let's just show everybody. Mute up, so we can show everybody. I don't have You think I have an issue with sharing my screen? I know what you're doing.
No, but I know.
Oh, okay, Bright. Okay, scientist. Since you know everything, we gonna show us.
You didn't know enough. Just like Jordan career ain't enough. You came up here and really gonna get yourself embarrassed now because you think we out here doing agendas. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
No, because we're tired of hearing you talking.
We don't do phony people stuff. We went word for word, and your word says LeBron is your GOAT. Accept it, brother. Accept it. Stop being upset.
I finished my point.
There's no point.
We're lying, and we're not lying.
Thank you. Hold on. So, hold on, y'all. Y'all see the screen here, right? Mm-hmm. Who the hell does it say his GOAT is?
Hold on.
It says number 1. Like, y'all think I give a damn about where y'all criteria is? And if you say I left something out, let's just scroll up.
Let's start from the beginning.
No, let's see it. What do you think I'm doing? Are you like what? Like, what do you think I'm doing? I'm about to go up to it. Bro, like I told you, these kids they got ADHD or something.
He erased everything.
What do you mean I erased it? It's right here. Look, I'm scrolling. Look, there's nothing erased.
We're gonna start from the beginning.
Oh
Erase the screen.
Oh my God.
Erase everything.
He can show you everything. Come on.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Don't erase it. What do you mean, He didn't erase it.
It says his GOAT. I'm not erasing this because I'm locking this in. I never erase what y'all say. I keep this locked in so y'all know. So it says on the screen right here, his GOAT is LeBron. Y'all see it right here. Number 1, final verdict. What did I say? What it said? It said, final verdict. LeBron James is the greatest basketball mind and leader ever. He doesn't just win. That's your dumb criteria because you put all this IQ stuff. Like, so we got LeBron, Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Bill Russell, Kobe, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Hakeem. This is Big Shot Bob or whatever your name. This is your criteria. We even got your criteria summarized right here. It says your criteria summarized because you kept changing it. Championship impact, killer instinct and leadership, era dominance, two-way greatness, skill and mastery, legacy, influence, and consistency. This is all your criteria. It says right here, this system values players who command winning, who led through presence, mind, and mastery. It's not about who's the flashiest or the hottest for 5 years. It's about who control outcomes through intelligence, dominance, and longevity. As soon as you put the word IQ into this, it gave LeBron James significant credit. It gave it. I'm just showing you. This is your criteria. This is your criteria. Big Shot, whatever your name, Bob. This is your criteria. Y'all always think that we have to finesse this. I'm showing you what your crazy criteria came to. It came to this. This is what it came to. And it came to LeBron James being your GOAT. Why do y'all get mad at me? Because LeBron is y'all GOAT. Now, we can ask any questions. Do y'all want me to ask any questions? So now the screen is being shared. We can ask, since y'all think I'm doing something deceptive behind the scenes, you can see exactly what I type in. Let me move this up.
No, Lamar, before you do that, this is the funny thing. First, this doesn't mean anything. But now they want you to prove this. This is what they always be doing. And again, this is, ladies and gentlemen, we do this for content purposes. This is supposed to be fun. Because every time we do this, as soon as we reach a Zesty Jeffrey, it is a straight scientific formula for the GOAT. It's never something simple. It never really is. And then when they do make something simple, Jordan's still not their GOAT, because the chat GPT that Lamar uses actually thinks logically. It doesn't just repeat narratives. It doesn't just run to the first thing that pops up on the Google feed and say, oh, that's what the truth is. It actually does research. It knows what it's looking for.
Does anybody up here have a brain? Because if anybody up here has a brain, all you have to do is give simple criteria. I promise you it's not that hard to make Jordan the GOAT. Every time these weirdos come up here and they give this long encyclopedia type criteria to try to make Jordan the GOAT, it always backfires. If you want to make Jordan the GOAT, I'm just giving y'all a word of advice. Just keep it simple. It's not that hard. Doing all this finessing, skill, IQ, mastery, silliness, all that's going to do is favor LeBron. This man just came up here and said skill, mastery. He said IQ and all. Bro, who? I saw it coming a mile away. Once he started implementing IQ and all that leadership stuff, it's just going to go LeBron's way. Like, the leadership is not going, like, nobody thinks of it.
It's not supposed to, because the chat GPT is supposed to be a Zesty Jeffrey. It's supposed to believe Jordan's leadership somehow willed his team to 6 championships, and LeBron choked and couldn't lead his team nowhere, and he was needing help from Dwayne Wade. And ChatGPT doesn't think like that. Bro, that's what they don't get.
Like, I don't know if he went to 2K and got 2K categories or something, but bro, y'all just need to keep this simple, man. That
and then Lamar, he said this is another thing. You can't go use your ChatGPT and with Lamar's ChatGPT again, unless you're paying for the highest paid version of it that is able to think. Then you would know that it's different. Trust me, I have a chat GPT. It's different. I don't pay what Lamont pays for it, but trust me, it's different. It's a different thing. There's a different search engine. That's like, there's nothing else to describe.
Can I comment on that too? Wasn't Mahari the only one that gave a criteria that made Jordan his GOAT?
Him and CJ.
That's it. We done had hundreds.
That's because they kept it simple. They kept it simple. You know, it's not that hard. All these people that try when you try to finesse and cheat and lie to beat the system, like the last 2 people, that's when you get obscure results. Not that hard. Hold
big
on.
Shot too. All right, I'm sorry, my fault.
Does anybody have a brain up here that just wants to show him how simple it is?
Go.
I couldn't, bro. Brown and goat nuts.
Let me go, FYF.
He said Sports Fluent says we be lying. No? Sports Fluent be lying. We know that.
Source Fluent wants to run around like a 17-year-old and stitching other people's TikTok content. I'm not about to. I'm about a 65-year-old man trying to stitch people's content. Man, stop it, man.
We've seen other people's criteria that didn't have LeBron as the GOAT. The problem is that majority of the Zesty Jeffries be having LeBron as the GOAT, because the things that they be trying to make Jordan the GOAT at, and also keep Kobe in there. Because remember, he tried to make Kobe number 2. And that's what he don't understand. With all those things that make Kobe great makes LeBron great. So that's what they don't understand. So now you're making LeBron is basically Kobe and Mike put together.
He said you can't. He said you share your screen and prove it. It's right here.
And then it's like we asked them 4 different times. Is this exactly what you're saying? And what are you going to say when they don't go?
I even reworded it. I went and reworded it for him to make it better, bro.
Literally. And he said, bro, just type it in, bro. Just search it up, bro. Like, come on.
It's fine. Listen, we're not here to prove nothing to Zesty Jeffries, because they can't prove to us Jordan's the GOAT. That's the real problem. With all that he said, none of that proves Jordan the GOAT. How do you measure all of this? How do you, Lamar, go back up, go to the criteria summarization again. Let's go to the summary again. Let's look at the summary of his criteria. Let's start with the first part. Let's start with the first part of it. No, yeah, go above that. Go above the top 10.
Big shot. Him doing it live won't change nothing, bro.
Oh, here it is, right there.
Okay, here we go. All right, so what is it? The first one says, it says championships, impact.
Impact, centrality. And it says, did you define championship success? Were you the driving force behind a title team or an interchangeable piece? How much of the culture and outcome came from you? There's no other person that had more impact than LeBron, because every time he left his team, what happened? They plummeted. Like, you cannot start putting this stuff in, and it favors
but that's
LeBron.
what I'm saying. None of that is gonna make Jordan outweigh everyone. That's what they fail to realize. They think by putting that makes Jordan outweigh everyone, but they don't understand that evens the playing field for Jordan, because they don't. Again, we already saw Big Assassin come up here and tell us what he count and don't count. That's what they do. They count and don't count things. So when we're talking about the greatest players of all time and we're using these attributes to make somebody the greatest, ChatGPT is not going to do that. They're not going to say, well, some people have this greatness, some people don't. They're going to say, no, all these guys have the greatness to a certain degree. And it's like Lamar said, it checks the box. How much of it? And they put it there. And when you go down the line, what's the next one?
Killer instinct and leadership mentality.
Killer instinct. Leader mentality. That goes down the line. That's for Bill Russell. That's for Magic Johnson. That's for Kobe. That's for LeBron. Like, there's so many players you can add that attribute to. So, like, Jordan doesn't have that over everybody else neither, but they think that gives it to Jordan because, again, they don't see other people's greatness. ChatGPT does. Go ahead to the next one.
And then it says era, dominance, and definition.
Era dominance. Every player dominated an era. How can we not? Kareem dominated his era. Dr. J dominated his era. Bill Russell, Jordan, Bird, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Joker, Giannis. How do you separate Jordan from all these great players with this criteria? There's no real separation. Jordan is not that much greater in it. Again, they don't recognize other players' greatness. That's why Jordan. What's the next one? Isn't there another one?
Skill, mastery, and IQ.
Jordan, if we're talking skill, knock down everybody from the 1900s. That just took Jordan right out of it because ChatGPT sees it that way. ChatGPT sees it that way. ChatGPT does not look at nobody who played in the 1900s and say there's more skilled than players of today. So you just knocked Jordan down.
The next one is legacy. The next one is legacy, influence, and consistency.
Again, another attribute that Jordan can't separate himself from multiple players beyond LeBron James. So when you add all of these numbers and LeBron James probably gets 100% across the board and Jordan don't get 100% across the board, guess what? LeBron's your GOAT. You had Jordan second. At least Jordan wasn't 6th and 5th and 4th on your list like the other ones. Bro. He was at least second.
I said a trap.
Bro, no. Well, here's the thing. Me and Johnny both know this. This is the one thing everybody needs. I can type the same thing in the ChatGPT in different prompt boxes 10 different times, and it can give 10 different answers. Unfortunately, we only going 1 for 1 with this thing. I'm taking the first answer that it gives, right? And the first answer that it gave was based on his criteria. And I tried to tell these guys to put as much nuance as possible in it, as much. But what do? They never put nuance. They always try to, remember what the other guy before him said. He even called himself, he said, man, that might hurt Jordan. I don't want to say that. That might hurt Jordan. So you're only thinking about what criteria do I put in here to boost Jordan. That's how you're screwing your list up. Think about the entire basketball landscape. Do not focus on one player or you're going to get screwed up results. Keep telling y'all that.
I know.
Yo,
just do what you like to do.
Do you mind going back on the ChatGPT, John, and scroll up? I guess at the beginning, people aren't satisfied in the comments. I don't care if you do or not.
Somebody, no. If they any more requests, here, hold on. This is what we're gonna do for our requests. This is what we're gonna do for our requests right here. If you want to request, you either sub up to the channel. If you want to request anything specific in ChatGPT, you sub up to the channel or you donate to the PayPal. Because that's what we do here. If you got a special request.
They suffer from the, what's it called? You said the Jordan, what's it called? What you called it again? What was the title of the show again? Because that's what really sparked everything. Was that one right there, that conversation right there.
Oh, the prompt. Let me put my prompt back up. That would have made me change my whole screen trying to do this, man.
Yo, no. I was gonna ask how we get on the. I just got here a little bit, so how we get on the Chat GPT?
Oh man, like we get people like this. I keep telling y'all this is fun. Well, this is the thing. What we do is we take your criteria and we put it into ChatGPT, which basically takes your criteria and gives you a top 10 list based off of what you tell it to give it.
Show the whole
So
screen.
yeah, but
So how much is this? Just like a little cool little talking point, or are we actually holding weight to ChatGPT?
Not really, bro. People just have criterias and nobody can agree on something, so we went to ChatGPT.
No. What ChatGPT does, like people in the chat and like these Jordan fans, what they like to do is they like to pretend that they can that they can retain as much basketball information as a computer. I don't pretend. Like I know that ChatGPT can recall and put together information much quicker than me. There's a lot of stuff that I forgot. Obviously, we as fans, we have biases. I understand that it's an aid. Now, does it provide the end all be all answers to everything? No. But is it a really good aid? Hell yeah, it's a damn good aid.
Yeah.
I just don't pretend that it's not a good aid. These guys, like they want ChatGPT to be the end all be all. It's just an aid to point you in the right direction. That's all it is.
it's just a tool, man. It's just a tool to show how some of these dudes can't talk basketball. Because they always try to tell us who their GOAT is. They like to compare players. They like to give us rankings. But at the end of the day, their criteria never really matches with what how they rank players. So, ChatGPT is is unbiased. Like Lamont said, it's completely objective. It's just going to take what you tell it to do. Just like Sports Fluent said exactly. If you tell it to do something, it's going to do it. So when you tell it your criteria and it spits out that top 10, that's because you told it by the criteria that you think is going to give you the top 10 you want. But in reality, a lot of the stuff that y'all be thinking, it doesn't apply to the player that you want to put it up there with, especially for those who have Kobe and Mike in their top 5, because the things that make Mike great will make LeBron great, and the things that make Kobe great will make LeBron great, and they're not going to hold nobody for nothing. They're just going to be very honest with everybody's career.
Hey, Go James, what criteria do you think that these people put in to get LeBron out their top 6?
It's impossible. The more you try, the more he goes up.
I've seen too many on here say that LeBron's
not top 6. You can't, because LeBron accomplished it. If you talk about stats, you're gonna talk about LeBron. If you talk about legacy, you're gonna talk about LeBron. At the end of the day, everything that we talk about that's considered great, LeBron's gonna score high in ChatGPT, because ChatGPT doesn't hate LeBron. It doesn't discredit LeBron.
Exactly.
Yo, Go James. I got a question real quick, yo. So my my pops be on the my pops is all ball. You feel what I'm saying? And so he be kind of like, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm gonna start there, right?
Stop lying, bro. Stop lying, man.
Hold on, stop. Wait. Don't come here and tell us stuff like that, because that's not fair. Because first of all, if you really his son, he wouldn't approve of you coming up here talking like that.
No
what
way.
Do you mean? I'm asking a real question. Like so my pops don't control me. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm honestly, I wouldn't even say honestly. If you ever listen to the chat, you feel what I'm saying? Me and him talk, like me and him go at it with this. Like we was doing this before he was on TikTok doing it. You dig what I'm saying? So like I know he be going. I don't even know who everybody is. He be going at, bro. So like we not. You feel me? We gonna keep it respectful. Like I said, that's my pops. I'm not on here like trying to go to bat for him with y'all. Like I said, when I'm going at him in his chat, bro, it be one LeBron fan versus a bunch of Jordan fans. You feel what I'm saying? So like my question is, you feel what I'm saying? This is just, you feel what I'm saying, to go maybe even a host. Like what's y'all number one, you feel what I'm saying, reason that y'all putting LeBron? Because I have mine, you feel what I'm saying? And I can't go back and forth all day long about my reason for having LeBron James over Jordan, but you feel what I'm saying, I never heard, you feel what I'm saying, y'all's point of view on, you feel what I'm saying, what's the one factor that puts him above.
I don't,
and y'all probably said this before, so
for me quickly, I don't have no one criteria. I have 5 points of criteria. They're all weighed equally at 20%. And if you check enough boxes, you'll get to the top spot. It's not about one thing. It's not even about having somebody at the top. I mean, if my criteria had Bill Russell at the top, he would be at the top. My criteria has what it has. And I think Go James Kingdom, he has one of the best criteria I've seen as well. But his criteria lands with what it lands with. Like we're not running around trying to shape our criteria just to have a specific person at number one. That's just how it falls.
Yeah, to be honest with you, like I tell people, my criteria is always the same thing. It's stats, accolades, and achievements. When I say stats, we're talking about your career averages and your career totals, including a regular season and postseason. We're also talking about, obviously, winning records, things of that nature, as far as, all the stats, your field goal percentages, all these things matter as far as stats go. And then when we talk about your accolades, all the NBA recognized awards and honors that existed in NBA history. And then your achievements are all the records and milestones that you achieve in your career. So when you do all of that, LeBron's the greatest player ever. And again, I put my criteria in the chat GPT. Not only did it give me my top 6 inexact, it basically had my top 10 besides one or two players. The only person that didn't have in my top 10 was Kobe. So, and I have Kobe in my top 10, but other than that, it gave me my top 6 inexact. I was one of the few that had that. So, but again, and this is what you could do for me, Kenny. Appreciate you coming here on the FYF Sports Debate, Goat James Kingdom TikTok Takeover. Let your father know you came over here and you left unscathed. You came here and you left unscathed. Yeah. Tell him you left here unscathed and you were respected and treated like the young man you are. But tell him get off that throne and stop being scared and step up here and be a man.
He in here, man. I don't know if he's busy or what's going on, but I just
I know he's busy. He's definitely busy when Goat James Kingdom is around. I noticed that a lot with them. They're very busy.
Y'all boys be going at it, bro.
They go right there. They go. No ball talk. No ball talk is in the comments. No ball talk is in the comments.
I'm right here, son. Yeah, Pops in here, man. But now I'm saying, like I said, I be seeing the back and forth, but like I said, I never really had a definite, position of why y'all put Bron where you at. Like I understand the whole criteria.
Just let them know Jordan's career is not enough. They're gonna tell you 10 scoring titles, not enough. 6 Finals MVPs, not enough. 30 points per game, not enough. It's not enough. 9 defensive titles, not enough.
So where do you put him at? Where do you put him at then? If I know it's not enough.
Jordan's number 5 on my list. Jordan's number 5 on my list.
Number 5, okay.
Number 5.
Hey,
hold on.
And
your list is based on criteria.
Kenny, to simplify for you,
my criteria.
the one thing that you will learn once you will start studying this is that Jordan got elevated to GOAT status well before he accomplished anything. And his fans,
I say that a lot.
His fans left him there. And his fans left him there not realizing that even after his career was completed, it didn't match up to Kareem. It didn't match up even to Bill Russell's. Like, as far as some of the things that we look to. I mean, he had a hell of a career, but they elevated him so quickly and they put him at the top of the totem pole so quickly that, and then with him retiring so much, it just took prime years away from him where he could have been really adding on to this, really building up a real resume to get to the top. Because the GOAT status is about your resume. It's not about feeling. It's not about thinking you're the best hooper. It's not about being the most skilled player. Because if it's about skills, then Kobe's better than Jordan. If it's about skills, it's going to be a lot of players in the top 10 that don't belong. It's about your resume, what you did while you was playing. And no matter how big or small the accomplishments and accolades are, they all count. And just like the other guy that came up here, he tried to say that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all defensive second teams don't count. They do count. Everything counts in this conversation. You don't get to pick and choose what can count and what don't count. And that's the only way Jordan fans really try to wiggle Jordan higher or where they try to at least make it so it's not a debate is because they say, well, those accolades you got over there don't count. I know. Unfortunately, it's FYF Sports. King Rocks, if you can't handle
talk, you can't talk no ball.
Hey, I was just about to say, man. I see my pops that came.
I don't know what they want me to do.
Now your daddy. Now I won't promise you. Your daddy show up here. He won't walk out of here unscathed. I won't promise you. That I won't promise you. Yeah.
Hold on. Did you kick him? Did you kick him or did he leave? Because he was here for 2 seconds.
No, I didn't kick him. He got mad.
Come back up, pops. Come have.
I didn't kick him. Why would I kick him? Matter of fact, I was ready to walk away so I can go because I got to get to bed. I got to get stuff to do. But at the end of the day, bro, shout out to No Ball Talks because we know No Balls Talk because only talk about Johnny, and I don't know why he wake up in the morning talking about me, and he be in his bed making videos about me.
Hey, Kenny, see, look, Kenny, I'm gonna give you an example. Do you see Big Shot Bo, his comment where he says LeBron's flops 07, 08, 2010, 2011, and 2015?
Yeah.
See, the problem with that is 07's still an accomplishment. What LeBron James did to the Detroit Pistons in 2007 will always be remembered as one of the greatest playoff moments in basketball history. LeBron James in 2011, right? First year with the Miami Heat, getting to the NBA Finals. I've never seen a team get to the finals and everybody say, oh, that's a complete failure. No, getting to the finals is an accomplishment. Right? It goes down that you won the Eastern Conference that year. It's an accomplishment. So at the end of the day, what they try to do is they try to take things that are typical accomplishments to other players and make them not accomplishments for LeBron. Because Reggie Miller, I guarantee you, the fact that he got to the finals, even though he lost, we give him credit. Allen Iverson versus Kobe, he got to the finals, they lost, we give him credit. Let's not wiggle around to LeBron and all of a sudden getting to the finals don't mean nothing. It means a lot. But again, you're going to deal with a lot of people having to pretend. They're going to have to pretend that getting to the finals means nothing. They're going to have to pretend that some of the things he did in the playoffs were nothing. They're going to have to pretend that he didn't go up against significant competition. They're going to have to pretend that he didn't face significant super teams and was outmatched in a lot of those. They're going to have to do a lot of pretending in these conversations. And that's what you're going to have to deal with. And that'd be the most frustrating part when you're talking LeBron James versus anyone else is the volume and the amount of pretending that people have to do when they talk about LeBron James.
Can we not pretend that he didn't play bad in that Detroit series besides that one game you're talking about?
That's a lie.
Oh, then let's talk about it then.
Talk about it. We watched the games.
Let's talk about it. Hold
on. Let's do you one better.
Why you
no? Because I'm gonna do you one better. Tell me what game to pull up and we'll play it.
We can just talk about the stat. We can
tell me the no.
Okay.
We watch the game over here, Playboy. We don't talk stats, Playboy.
Play the last game.
What game?
Okay, let's play the last game. The game 6. Okay. Show how LeBron was getting the dishes off.
Actually play every fourth quarter. Actually play every fourth quarter except for the one game you're talking about.
We're gonna play game 6.
They're gonna exclude. He said they're gonna exclude LeBron's greatest performance in that era. See what I'm saying? They want to exclude LeBron James scoring 25 straight points in the game. Like that's what they do.
Hey, let me. Y'all some corny ass ball fans.
Why Lamar? Go ahead, King Money Fly. I'm sorry, Juan Boy. If you got something to say, Juan Boy, let Juan Boy go. And then
go ahead, Money. Go ahead, Money.
All right, listen. I'm gonna give you my criteria, right? I got 3 things. Simple.
What happened? I thought we was going to talk about that series.
Years in a second, Big Shot. Well, you already got fried for the night. We're gonna get back to you in a second. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure that's why he didn't show the top of the screen like I was asking him to.
Man, I'm pretty sure he did. But anyway, I tell people every
day. What do you want?
I tell people every day.
Come on, man. Don't get back to that. Go get the game. We want to watch the game. We're going to show them how LeBron. We're going to show them how
I want to make a bet. I want to make a bet.
I'm not going to be here to see this.
Because Big Shot looks like he makes money. Do you want to make a $100 bet that if I scroll up, you won't see anything surprising?
No, I don't gamble, but you can still show me.
No. Stuff up. You know he makes stuff up.
You're wasting time. You want to waste my time.
How am I making stuff up?
You want to waste my time.
I've been asking for it since the beginning.
No, you just now asked me for this. Now you want me to go change my screen again to show you something else.
All through the comments when y'all
make okay. So what are we supposed to see if I scroll up? Something special?
Just scroll all the way to the top.
Okay, so let's make $100 bet.
That
we won't see anything. No, because I'm not changing my whole screen again. We're gonna play the game. We're playing the game. Mm-hmm. First, you asked me to show my screen. I showed it. And it showed you having LeBron as the GOAT. Now you said play game 6. So we're going to play game 6 because you said he didn't play well in that game 6.
That's when we were talking about this. I would just make him. No, he just talking about I got fried from earlier.
Okay, King Money Fly, go ahead and cook, man. He ain't talking about nothing. If he ain't talking about making a bet, we ain't talking about nothing.
Cool. So number 1 on my list is impact on team. Number 2 is production for team. Number 3, everything done from start to finish. That's it. No nuance, no nothing. Just that simple.
And number 1, the only reason I don't bet is because I had a gambling issue in my life back when I was younger. So I don't bet. So if you want to do something, just do it. I don't bet and I don't gamble anymore.
And I don't like wasting more time doing something I already did.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, nigga, like you think you like this not your job.
We don't have it.
Stop coming, y'all Jordan fans always making requests.
We don't have
it. Hey, just show it.
Damn. Show us the Jordan film. You think he's the GOAT? You think film and show us he's the GOAT.
Yeah, bro. They only saying that because they thinking you chose LeBron for number 1 and over 2. chose Michael Jordan for number 2.
No, they
The
think
film
they
don't
think
say
they think
film doesn't
Lamont.
say
No,
Jordan.
they think Lamont.
It's not,
No, they think Lamont is. They think
I'll
Lamont
share
is
it.
I'm pretty
typing
sure
in
he's
stuff
correct. I'm
that
pretty sure he's
put Jordan as
correcting
the
it right
GOAT.
now. Before I pull
I'll
it up.
share it. I'll share it. We're about to play the game first.
I know. Yeah. You know, if you were sharing it, you would have put it up real quick. But I'm pretty sure you
I
made
can't
some
pull it up real
adjustments
quick. I gotta
right now.
hold on. This is not StreamYard. If it was StreamYard, I could do it. On here, I have to change my entire layout just to pull it up, just like I did the first time. I'm about to play the game right now. Y'all be acting like I got a supercomputer with 19 screens. God damn.
Oh, we got an agenda. We don't got an agenda.
Okay.
I gotta switch screens.
Like, there's no agenda here.
Instantly. I gotta show you this. I already showed you it. Now you say scroll up so you can see absolutely nothing. And then when I show you absolutely nothing, you can be like, oh, okay. Well, it's still wrong. That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna waste my time.
No.
Yes, that's why I say bet, so it don't waste my time. I at least get something out of it.
Listen.
No, we're gonna watch Game 6. So what? No, tell us.
Oh, wait, yeah, pull up. Hold on, wait. This is what he's gonna tell us. This is what he's gonna tell us, Lamont. That LeBron James had 10 points in Game 1. He only had 19 points in Game 2, but he's going to ignore LeBron having 32 points in Game 3, 25 points in Game 4, and the 48 in Game 5.
I wasn't gonna ignore 20
points.
I wasn't gonna ignore none of that.
Okay, so where did he play back? The first 2 games where he had when he shot under 30%?
I'm telling you what he did in fourth quarters is what I'm telling you.
No, we're just gonna watch the game.
He did in fourth quarters.
We're just gonna watch the game. Hold on.
He scored 25 straight points in the fourth quarter. Did your boy ever do that?
That was one game, dude. That was one
the
game.
One of the most important games.
No, that wasn't the most important
You said he only had one good game in that series.
And he did. Obviously, he didn't. Because even the first game, he almost had a triple-double. There was 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Are you going to sit up here and say he had a good game in that first game?
He had almost a triple-double. What are you talking about?
Don't do that, Johnny. Don't do that.
What do you want him to do?
Don't do that, Johnny.
You want him to be 10 or 15?
Johnny, we're not going to do that.
Oh, my God.
We're not going to do that.
Oh, my God.
We're going to say LeBron with a 10-point triple-double is a good game.
FYF, did you get my criteria before you played
game? You can't say anyone getting a triple.
Okay, all right, Game 1. Hold on, wait, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, in the fourth quarter, LeBron James had 2 points. He was 1 of 3 from the field, but he also had 4 assists.
Yeah, he pretty much shot bad in the fourth quarter in almost all the games, except for
it was 1 of 3. He was 1 of 3 in the fourth quarter. He had 4 assists.
In the game 2, what he shoot in the fourth quarter?
Okay, we're gonna go to Game 2 next. We're gonna go to Game 2 next.
And get it done. Rasheed Wallace's play. As telling us earlier, he said
in the fourth quarter, LeBron James had 5 points, leading his team. Lamar, you can put the volume down.
He said we want the Cavs in a mindset not to lose.
Right? In the fourth quarter, LeBron James led his team with 5 points.
No, let's watch LeBron. Let's watch LeBron. Double team. They double team LeBron. He kicked it for the 3. Right play. According to Big Shot, that's an IQ. That's IQ. I like that skill and mastery. I like that skill, mastery, and IQ.
Bro, they threw 3 people at him the first clip we seen, bro. Like
that's why Jordan ain't the GOAT.
Lamont, Lamont. Why you doing that? Look, in the Game 3, in the fourth quarter, 5 of 8, 12 points. LeBron James plus 3
had
assists.
a good fourth quarter that game. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, just that game, right? I know, just that game. Remember that was the Game 5.
Keep going.
No, can we watch the game? Can we watch the highlights? Because you said he played bad this game. LeBron,
hold on. I didn't say no. Listen, hold on. I didn't say he played bad.
You said Game 6. You said he only played one good game. You said he only had one good game this series.
Yes, I did, and I think the one when he went off and got 25 straight points was his best game.
Okay, so Game 6 should be a bad game.
Best game, or he only played good for one game.
Hold on. Listen. Let me tell you. The game.
LeBron James with a steal.
Listen. The game was a 1-point game going into the fourth quarter, wasn't it?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's just watch the highlights. Hold on. We're watching the highlights. We have the highlights right here.
Listen, it was a 1-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Okay, we're watching the highlights, bro. Let's just look at the highlights. Let's see if LeBron played back. He got fouled there. I want to see how they're defending him. What are they doing to make him?
Oh my God, Lamont! Do you want to know what LeBron's stats is in the fourth quarter versus the Detroit Pistons in 2007 playoffs?
Yeah, what is it?
LeBron James was 19 of 36 for 52.8% from the field. He was 3 of 6 from the three-point land. He was 10 of 18 from the free throw line, which you could say is bad.
Look at this double team. Look how they're doubling this man.
And they did the same thing in San
He
Antonio.
also had 14 rebounds. He had 14 assists on 3 turnovers and 4 steals in the fourth quarter in the conference finals versus Detroit.
So hold on. First of all, we got LeBron with a great block right here.
What game are y'all talking about?
Hold on 1 second, y'all. So hold on.
I'm saying they did it in the whole fourth quarter.
I want y'all to look at how they're defending LeBron. Look at this. Look at how far. Remember, this is when they said LeBron couldn't shoot. Look at how far out beyond the 3-point line they are double teaming this man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Then that does kind of break a narrative, though. If he can't shoot, why you double team him so far up there?
So look at this double team. Like, bro. So okay. So now we know how they're defending him because that's the second double or triple team we've already seen. Well, you don't want to show him making free throws.
Welcome to the TikTok takeover. We keep telling y'all, go James Kingdom and FYF.
LeBron James, another assist, another trap right there, kicks it out. Top of the key 3, bop. LeBron James ISO, kick out, double team, bop. LeBron James, another kick out off a double team, not an assist, but he finishes. LeBron James double team, layup to Verjao.
That was a dime. Imagine shoot this. That shit look like that shit like something Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen would.
Okay, hold on. LeBron James, another double team. LeBron James, another double team. Bob. Oh, he missed it. Wide open. LeBron James, another double team. Hockey assist.
Pass to assist. Ooh.
I like how you just showing just the highlights.
No zone,
because I mean, you keep showing that's pretty much the same play.
Bro. What we're not seeing is LeBron James playing bad. That's what we're not seeing. LeBron James, hell of a finish.
Move.
Because you're not playing the whole thing.
Hell of a finish.
He said he want to go to stats, Lamont.
Damn, bro, you wanted to play the whole game too?
Much better defender. That's a much better defender than Joe Dumars.
Okay, let me give you the stat. Let me give you the stat. Let me give you the fourth quarter stats. Let me give you the fourth quarter stats in that series, okay? Just to give you some context, right? LeBron James versus a Detroit team, which was one of the solid defensive teams. The solid defensive teams in that year was averaging 8.5 points on 53% shooting and 50% shooting from the field, while having over 2.5 assists, and 2.5 rebounds. Well, Kobe Bryant in that same year versus the Phoenix defense was scoring 6.4 points per game in the fourth quarter, shooting less than 30% from the field. So obviously, LeBron James was playing very well in the fourth quarter versus Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, because of that game 5. Right?
What you mean?
Tell me what he did. Just because of game 5, though,
6.
bro.
What he do in the fourth quarter in game 6?
Double, bro. Like that's just what it is. And if
tell me what he did in game 6.
We're watching game 6. We're watching game 6.
You're giving me highlights of game 6.
You know, okay, I'm gonna show you what he did in game 6. In game 6, LeBron James had 8 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1 turnover.
What did he shoot?
He shot 2 of 6 from the field.
Thank you.
Oh, he scored 8 points. He scored 8 points. What do you want him to do? Like, that's what I'm saying. What you mean, thank you? He was plus 15 on the court. He didn't play bad. What are you talking about?
But you're ignoring the fact that Daniel Gibson. But you're ignoring. Well, hold on. But you're ignoring the fact that Daniel Gibson got 19 points in that fourth quarter.
I was ignoring that. We're not ignoring that. Booby Gibson.
Hold on, y'all. Are y'all looking at how he's getting his shots? They are doubling LeBron every time he touches the ball.
You're showing highlights.
It's okay. He can have it. Nobody said so. What? Booby Gibson can have a good fourth quarter. He's hitting open shots.
Fade away to close the game out.
And he was 4 for 4.
Yeah, but then he followed that up with the very next game in the finals, outscoring LeBron again.
Okay,
so that means. So does that mean you think Booby Gibson's better than LeBron?
That means LeBron choked. That means LeBron.
Who said that?
You see where he takes.
Hold on. No, what I'm asking.
That means nothing for LeBron.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Stats said y'all lying. Y'all just come up here lying all the time.
I'm only talking to one person. I was going to ask you. So what I'm saying is, now that we watched it, and I get that this isn't the full game, and I could pull up the full game if this isn't good enough for you, because we did that last week. But now that we've gotten a glimpse of how Detroit was defending LeBron James, doesn't it make sense that somebody else would be the recipient if LeBron James is getting doubled almost every time he touches the ball? Like what do y'all want LeBron to take bad shots over double teams just to prove that he can score?
That's what they love.
Or do we do what Big Shot says, which is, should he use his skill, mastery, and IQ, get other players open, and use his IQ to win the game? Because what I see is when Boobie Gibson has 19, that's LeBron using his skill, IQ, and mastery of the game to win the game, taking what the defense gives him, because they're double teaming him the whole game. Now, if you don't believe he was getting double teamed the whole game, we can actually pull up the full game and we can go straight to the fourth quarter. We can watch the fourth quarter if that's what it's going to take. Or you could just concede to the common sense. We shouldn't have to go to the film for the obvious, man. Because there's no world.
Jordan scored like 8 points in a playoff game too.
No.
Like at once.
LeBron James, hold on, Lamar. LeBron James in the fourth quarter during that series scored 51 points. Even if you take away Game 5, where he scored 11 points in the fourth quarter in Game 5 and shot 5 of 6 from the field, he still had a great fourth quarter presence in the 5 games where he was still scoring 40 points, which is still like 8 points or 7 points per quarter.
And that's not counting the rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. That's not even counting all of that.
Does not count all the extra stuff that he's doing on the basketball court. So again, he's not playing bad by the numbers he asks us to go look up. LeBron James is not playing bad in the fourth quarter. And to exclude Game 5 is ridiculous because Game 5 was a crucial game. If the series is tied 2-2 and they're in Detroit and he goes over there and lights him up.
Go back home and wrap it up.
But like, where does all this LeBron James hate come from, bro? Like,
because Jordan's career is not enough.
Where does it come from?
Jordan's career is not enough. That's where it comes from. They have to do something because Jordan's career is not enough. He's not gonna come back and dribble a basketball. There ain't no magic pill that's gonna help.
No,
y'all
just blow LeBron's up further than it is.
We got the film to do it.
All right, wait. Again, I'm gonna ask you. Hold on, Big Shot. I'm gonna ask you again. If there was a player on your team that shot over 50% in the fourth quarter and had over 8 points per game in the fourth quarter, are you going to tell that player he played bad?
Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Go say it again.
If you had a player that shot over 50% in the fourth quarter for a whole series in 6 games that you won and was the leading scorer on your team by far in the fourth quarter, he scored twice as much as anybody else on your team did in the fourth quarter, averaging over 8 points per game in the fourth quarter, basically getting you 4 shots every fourth quarter. Are you going to call that player a bad player? He didn't play well enough.
No, I never said LeBron was a bad player.
No, I'm saying no, but you said he played bad in this situation.
No. I said he didn't play up to his standards in the fourth quarter.
How do you know? What standard is that? What standard is that?
Hold on, let me finish. Because the majority of the game, well, half of the games, he shot out of 20% in the fourth quarter.
No, he didn't. He shot 50% in the fourth quarter of the whole series.
He just gave you the numbers. No, in the fourth.
He shot 52%, 52.8% in the fourth quarter, all 6 games in total. That's what he shot.
I know total.
Yes.
I know total.
He only shot 5 of 6. He only shot 5 of 6 in Game 5. Big Shot, you're lying. Listen, he only shot 5 of 6. That's 36 shots. So even with that, LeBron James was 14 of 31. I'm sorry, 14 of 30 from the field outside of Game 5. He was 14 of 30 outside of Game 5 in the fourth quarter.
So Big Shot,
that's just under 50%. It's like 49%.
So Big Shot, if I heard you right, you said that he was underperforming up until that point.
Exactly.
Okay, so the game. Can we just talk about Game 1? He shot 33% in the fourth quarter, and you follow that up with Game 2. Fourth quarter stats. He shot 28% Game 2. Game 3, they won this game. Let's see what happened. He shot 62%. 2 for 3 from the 3, 66%. 0 from 1 from free throw. But so he was great, like all shot attempts. Game 4. Let's do the fourth quarter. Follow that up again with 66% from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, made all 5 free throws, and then that's before Game 5. So it's split. It's 2-2.
That's what I said. I said in 3 games, in 1, 2, and 6, He shot well.
No. Hold on. What you're doing is, first of all, when we got into this series, he said LeBron only played good in one game that series.
No, I said he had one. No, I didn't say that. I said he had one great game is what I said. Besides the one, right. I said besides the one great game you talk about is what I said.
Now, do you see the hold on. So if of course in any playoff series, it's easy to say that a good player only had one great game, but he probably. So how many good games did he have?
Games. He really had 4, Lamont.
So how many good games did he have then?
No, he had 3 good games, but one of them was great.
He had more than 3.
Nah.
When Jordan played in the second quarter, where was he?
What did Jordan shoot in the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter versus the Trailblazers in Game 6?
Jordan started the second quarter on the bench
So wait a minute. So you saying?
Hey, I'm ready to give my criteria. Am I supposed to say he shot good?
What did Jordan shoot in Game 1 in the final 3 minutes of the second quarter, man? Did he shoot 22% in the final 3 minutes?
My question is, Lamont, if you had a player on your team in the game, in the clinching game for a series, scored 20 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists on 3 turnovers, still have 2 blocks and 2 steals, you gonna say that player played bad?
Hey, so go James. The reason I brought this up was because I would love an answer to this question. Why does LeBron James have 14 fourth quarters where he's scoreless in the playoffs?
What fourth quarters are those?
Oh, I mean, he has 14 of them.
Which ones are those? I need to know which ones because I don't know if he has 14.
It doesn't matter which one he has. He has.
Yes, 14. I do because I want to know which ones they are because I have to find out who they play.
14 fourth quarters where he's scoreless in the playoffs.
What playoffs are these? I need to know who they are. I need to know what team. I need it exactly. It's too vague. I don't know what that means.
That means the Cavs are blowing the Wizards out, so he sat the whole fourth quarter.
No, that's not what it means.
I want to know what games he didn't have it. Give me. I mean, we know he had a scoreless fourth quarter. In one of the finals games in 2011.
Yeah, but he has 14 total playoff games where he's scoreless.
Well, that's not that bad for 20 years. I mean, for 20 years of basketball, not that bad.
Name me them. Let me see what years are those.
Kobe has none.
Okay, but Kobe also.
How do we know this?
Kobe is horrible in the fourth quarter in the playoffs.
You can look up this information.
No, it's not. You can't look this up. This information. Jesse Jeffries lie.
No, you can't.
Where's this information available at? Where's this information available?
And you can also look up that he has a total of 34 games where he's scoreless in regular season games. In the
fourth quarter?
Yes. Where he disappears a lot.
Where are you getting this information from? Where are you getting? That's what I'm saying. Where are you getting this information from? You can say that, but we don't know where you're getting this information.
Oh no, hold on, no. It's not that where he's getting the information from. What does it mean?
It just shows how he disappears.
Okay, now what does that mean?
What you mean?
He has the most fourth quarter points in NBA history.
No. Because Big Shot, I'm sure I can go warp and find all types of crevices and cracks to create a narrative that certain players have disappeared or had bad games.
But that's all y'all.
So hold on, Big Shot. Are you saying? Oh, Big Shot. Are you saying that LeBron James over his 20-something plus year career?
I just did exactly what you.
No, are you saying that LeBron James over the course of his 20 years of playing basketball has just been a complete and utter disappearing act, and more times than not has just let his team down, right?
Man have been to the playoff 18 times. He brought up 14 games.
No, Big Shot. I'm just not invested in meaningless numbers. Like, you give meaningless information that means absolutely nothing.
You think this?
No, let's go to somebody else. We got not the entertainer up here. Let's talk to somebody who's actually going to talk.
You say that doesn't mean that's what happens. We don't know if that's true.
Hey, so I'm ready to give a criteria.
Hold on. We got some new people up here, not the entertainer. We got Moose Man. I'd rather hear from somebody else. I'm tired of hearing me. Y'all can go congregate somewhere else with the meaningless facts if you just want to antagonize and try to criticize players and shape narratives that they're less than. And this is for somebody, Big Shot. This is for the Big Shot. If you say on your top 10 you got LeBron at number 2, right, or something weird like that, where do you?
He's at number 5. He had LeBron number 5 on his list.
So for the number 5 player in NBA history, the best thing that you can say about him is that you found a few games where he didn't score in the fourth quarter.
No, I can say a whole lot about
Great.
LeBron.
I know. So that means if you could say a lot about LeBron, that means anybody under number 5, you should be able to really rail their career completely.
Yeah, I can say bad stuff about. You can say bad stuff about every player in the NBA.
That's the point. We don't talk about these players. No. You just answered it. We don't talk about these players that we so-called say are top 10 because of the bad stuff. No. Big shot. Listen. Hold on.
No, just chill. Listen.
Just listen.
Damn.
You just answered your own question. We don't talk about, especially when we're talking about players in the top 10. We don't talk about them because of bad moments. We typically are talking about these players because of the great things that they did that put them in these conversations. The fact that y'all know that these guys are in these top 10 conversations, yet the only thing you can talk about is the few moments that you can scrounge up to say something negative. That's the wildest part about it. You just scrounging up negativity. Just scrounging it up. Okay, yes. Okay. What else are you doing?
That's what it is.
What?
So hold on. But you just
it's said, not the entertainer. It's on you, man.
You just said earlier that everything counts, didn't you?
Yes, everything. Well, hold on. What we're saying is this right here, Big Shot. Hold on 1 second. Not the internet. What we count is this. When I'm comparing Jordan's career versus LeBron's career, I am not running around talking about, man, how many fourth quarters did Jordan shoot 22% and compare how many versus LeBron? No, I compare Jordan's best versus LeBron's best. I don't run around digging in the trenches, in the crevices, in the cracks and depths of misinformation to go find something negative to say on the player. And then when I do start digging in the crevices and cracks, and I find out that Jordan in 1988 didn't defend anybody, it was getting barbecued on a nightly basis versus everybody, then y'all get mad when we start to digging in the cracks and the crevices. So it's probably just best if y'all let bygones be bygones, because when we start digging in the cracks and crevices, y'all don't really like what we find. Then you get to saying it's fake, and then you get mad. Then we have to play video, and then you get even madder. So just let it be.
Tell me something. Tell me who LeBron has really shut down in a basketball game.
I watched him shut down Derrick Rose late game.
Derrick Rose easily.
Y'all love that narrative, right?
That's not a narrative. It's on film.
It happened.
No, it's a narrative. Well, if we watch the film, we will really see him draw.
Okay, hold on. Big Shot. Hold on, Big Shot. Let's just do this. Tell me who Jordan has actually stopped.
I'll tell you this. No, I'll tell you this.
No.
You can't.
I'll tell you this because I'm honest. I'll tell you this because I'm honest. No, why don't you want to hear my honest answer?
Because you gonna lie.
Because we want the facts.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen. Can't nobody stop no star anywhere in the NBA. All you can do is try to control them. That's all you can do. Try to mess up their game.
That's not what I asked you.
That's not. There is nobody.
Hold on, Big Shot. You gotta the fact that you talk so much and you didn't even hear what I said. Yeah, I said in 1988. Do you know in Jordan's do know that in Jordan's DPOY campaign he did not stop anybody. Stars, bums, bench players, role players. He didn't stop anybody. So I'm just asking you a simple question. I didn't ask you if Jordan stopped another star. There weren't that many at the shooting guard position in the 90s. Who did he stop at all ever in the 90s? He didn't stop Rex Chapman. He didn't stop Mitch Richmond. He didn't stop Chris Mullin. He didn't stop Tim Hardaway. He didn't stop Craig Elo. He didn't stop Mark Price. He didn't stop Gerald Wilkins. He did not stop John Stockton. He didn't stop everybody that he guarded. They barbecued him. There was even a video of who was that player? Muhammad. It was a guy talking about Kenny Anderson. They was talking about they was going on a run, night in, night out basis, just taking turns on Michael Jordan. He wasn't stopping him.
Are you through yapping?
No, I'm not yapping.
Are you through yapping?
Lamont, before I get up out of here, Lamont,
we about to shut it down.
I'm looking up. Hold on, Big Shot. I'm looking up this information. Like I always tell you, these SD Jeffries are liar. Kobe Bryant has 14 fourth quarters in the playoffs where he didn't score. Yeah,
no, that's not true.
14.
Yeah, don't do my man's being like that.
Nah, I got this, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this is Go James Kingdom. We don't make shit up. We look shit up. We don't make shit up. We go look it up, bro. Give me a second.
Does that change? Does that change anything about Kobe? Does that change anything?
Well, I will look it up to make sure he's not lying. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So your interpretation of deploy is pretty much the same as an MVP. You know that, right? You know that, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Hold on. The defensive player is defensive player of the year is consistent on your importance to your team defensively.
No, it's not, sir.
Yes, it is.
It's not. No, it's
yes,
not.
It is. Oh my God, yes, it is.
Craig Elo doesn't put 18
Bro, stop
on
making
the
up
fourth
stuff
quarter.
just for the sake of making stuff up.
Are y'all gonna take another criteria?
No, no, we actually gotta go. We gotta get.
We gotta shut it down, man. I want to keep it cooking, man. I know we got 101 people in here.
I want to show it. I don't know why my camera's not letting me get off. I don't know why my camera's not letting me go off of this. I want to show it to you. I'm gonna give you guys the dates of the games. Okay, it's a game of April of 28th, 1998 versus Portland. Kobe scored 0 points. He was 0 for 2 from the field. April 26th versus Portland, he was 0 for 1 from the field, 0 points. 5/11 of 1999, Kobe scored 0 points. 5/18 of 1998, he scored 0 points. 5/22 of 2000, he scored 0 points. 5/20 of 2000, this is in the fourth quarter, 0 points. 5/16 of 2000, Kobe scored 0 points in the fourth quarter. 6/16. Now he had Shaq to help him do this, and he still couldn't score.
5 is in the playoffs too.
And this is Shaq getting double teamed, and he still couldn't get scored.
This is playoffs, Kobe.
6/16 2000, Kobe had 0 points. Well, let's go to prime Kobe, number 8 Kobe, not number 20. I mean, not number 8 Kobe, but number 24 Kobe. 4/24 of 07, Kobe had 0 points versus Phoenix in the fourth quarter.
That's a playoff game.
That's a playoff game, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go to the other 4 games that he didn't score. Now, mind you, this is what he said. Kobe never had one. He said Kobe had 0. So liars. 5/6 of 06 against Phoenix again, a bum team. Phoenix, no defense. 0 points in the fourth quarter for Kobe.
Playoff game.
5/17 of 2009 versus Houston. 0 points in the fourth quarter for
playoff
Kobe.
Game.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant, 5/10. 2009 against Houston again, 0 points in the fourth quarter.
Playoff game.
6/17 2008. This is in the NBA Finals. Kobe, 0 points in the fourth quarter while going 0 for 2 from the field and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. I mean, from the 3-point line. So again, Kobe has 14 fourth quarter playoff, and that's just in the playoffs.
Listen.
Ring on the line.
Hold on. I'm looking at my note. I'm admitting that I was wrong when I said Kobe. I meant Jordan is what I said.
You can't have Jordan's number because Jordan's numbers don't exist. They don't exist until 1997, so we don't have Jordan's true playoff numbers.
But listen. I'm admitting that I was wrong about Kobe. I meant to say Jordan is what I was saying.
Okay, no problem, brother. Again, you didn't walk here unscathed, but you man enough to handle this. And we told you this is a TikTok takeover. Whoever gave you the permission to come here should have not gave you the permission because you're the wrong one that they sent. They sent about 3 of y'all today, and y'all need to go back to the clan leaders and let them know we failed you disappointingly. But we'll be back at it again Saturday night. Tell them you'll be back Saturday night.
Only thing you did right now was prove that I said Kobe was wrong. That was it.
No, that's fine. Listen,
but you still have Kobe over LeBron now.
No, it doesn't matter who he has. Remember, he has LeBron in his GOAT. He gave us his criteria. LeBron's his GOAT.
My actual list doesn't have Kobe over LeBron. I did that list I gave y'all. That list I gave y'all was a list I got from my Chat GPT. And
I concede on that.
The criteria was given by Chat
That's
GPT.
what they say now, y'all. These guys. Hold on, y'all.
Did you screenshot it?
I literally did it while you were doing everybody else.
Hey, y'all, look, I'm going to tell you what these guys will lie and do, y'all. These guys, look, I'm going to tell you right now, 100%, I will promise you that these guys don't even have criteria. They don't, like a lot of times when me and Johnny ask these guys about criteria, it's the first time they've ever been asked that question. And so what they do is they start running, shucking and jiving, typing stuff up, trying to figure out, damn, I want to sound like I have criteria to make sense of this bullshit. So when they put together this bullshit on the fly, it's sloppy. It always backfires. It sounds dumb. It sounds overcomplicated. It's a whole bunch of extra random stuff in there that don't make sense. And that's why the people that come up here with criteria is typically simple. It's things that most people typically use to come up with the GOAT. And it typically will have their top players at the top or around the top. And it's not all misconstrued and warped up and wired funny. I promise you, these guys they don't have the wherewithal to have criteria. Me and Johnny just been doing this so long, we just been having criteria for a minute. But for them to run around pretending that they've been on TikTok talking about criteria is a lie. They haven't. This is the first time they've been questioned on these things. And now they're just scrambling and scraping.
Like that? Why y'all do that to Plato like that?
What do we do
I
to
feel
Plato?
bad for Big Shot, bro. That bad criteria was in.
It's in a garbage can. No, and I'm gonna tell you, and not the entertainer. What he did was he ran the Chat GPT to try to come up here and act like he had a criteria, and then when it backfired on him, he tried to say, "Nah, that's the Chat GPT criteria." No, you were gonna. He was. I promise you, he was gonna use that as if my results mirrored his exact results, he'd have been standing on it like, "Yeah, look, I got Jordan as the GOAT." He would have stood on that as if that was his criteria. I promise you. So he got they got to stop. It just backfired on him, man. And now he had to take it and throw it in the garbage can and start over, man.
Like part of my criteria is like LeBron wasn't even allowed to sit down most of the time when he was in Cleveland, right? Like he was playing like 46, 47 minutes a game. Jordan, that's why I asked, like in the second quarter, where was Jordan? He was sitting on the bench because Pippen was running the second unit and they was pushing leads out. Jordan could take a
lot of people trying to get in here, man, too. That's crazy. I wish I could keep it going, y'all, but I got to get up.
Yeah, I'm not part. No, I can't, brother. I this was I was actually supposed to do a Goat James Kingdom lobby stuff today. Oh, yeah. Plato's trying to get in here. Plato, it's too bad. We keep telling y'all this is why I'm doing this because this is recorded. So now anything y'all say that we lying and we be fibbing, we don't, bro. We don't have no agenda here. Our only agenda is to talk hoops, but we already know Jesse Jeffries can't talk hoops. Lamar's been there and done that. He realizes it because y'all been hating on LeBron for so long. There's no reason to hate on LeBron no more. Y'all just got to admit that Jordan is your GOAT without any true logic. And that's why we asked ChatGPT to put y'all criteria to the test because ChatGPT will apply the logic. And y'all can't say it's a logic that we gave it. It's your logic. You told it what to do. Sports Fluent told you. All you got to do is tell ChatGPT, make Tracy McGrady to go. It made Tracy McGrady to go. Well, do that. Say, hey, Michael Jordan's the GOAT because I wanted to be the GOAT. That's the only way you can make Michael Jordan the GOAT. That's what Sports Fluent failed to realize. He himself can't come again. They can't come up with a criteria. It's been over 2 years now, but we challenged Jesse Jeffries to come up with a criteria that would fairly grade every player in NBA history, and Jordan would have the highest score. They have yet to do it because there's nothing in Jordan's career that won't boost up somebody else over him. They could only talk about LeBron versus Jordan, which is what they tried to do the other night when they had Lamont on one of their lives. But again, this is the TikTok takeover. Goat James Kingdom and FYF. It's over for the Zesties. Please be advised. Send out the warning. It is a tragic story. It is over for them. It's a wrap, bro. And when the GOAT returns in the next couple of weeks, y'all gonna even be more hurt.
Bro, and don't let them keep winning games, man. They already mad now that the Lakers is winning. Now they just...
they gave us content, Lamont. We got content for days with this one. You better post this one instantaneously.
Oh, yeah. I got to get this one up, man. So, look, y'all, man. Salute to Not the Entertainer. I appreciate you coming up. I apologize. We got hung up on a few people. Man. We didn't get to everybody's take, man. So
let them people
know. We're not going to apologize. To be honest with you, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, let them people know your Jordans don't lose value because LeBron's better. That's all.
That is fact, man.
Them Jordans lose value because you can bend the soles with your hand. That's why. Them things are horrible. But anyway, this is what we want, Lamar. We did want to give them. To be honest with you, we want the Zesty Jeffries up here. We really want to hear their takes. We really want to have a conversation with them. We want them to see that they can come up here and talk, which we did. We let them all talk. They can't say we don't. We muted them. They all got a chance to speak, all of them. So. Shout out to y'all, man. Again, be safe in your Zesty Jeffries lives and be aware of Lamont and A. Johnny on TikTok lives.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, look, man. Look, there's so many people coming up. Tracks, there's so many names. We were cooking so much, I didn't even realize it got up to like 120 people just in here watching. It might have been more than that. So
yeah, man, and no Vietnamese neither, and no Vietnamese people too. No Vietnamese, man.
Look, man. And that's another reason why they get mad. So look, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up, watching, man. We're going to keep cooking. I'm going to try to get to more of these lives throughout the week. This is a good time to go live, too, man. Caught the NBA on a down day. So we're going to be back Saturday. We're going to be back Saturday. And
see y'all Saturday, yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. All right, Johnny. Catch you on the next one.
Thanks, Lamar.
Salute, y'all.
Yeah, man. Yep.